Hey, the Cherry and White have come to town. It's week 6. It's Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, and I'll tell you what, I can't believe that we're here tonight in a Williamsport game. We still don't have the number. Maybe you have the year, the last time they played, but it's incredible to think there's a rivalry now because Williamsport joined the Heartland. It's Friday Night Lights. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had the war at the Shore. Jersey Shore bounces back last week. Shikellamy on the road and just showed up with the passing aerial assault. This week, we really don't know what to expect. We know that the Dogs are hungry, but Williamsport they have a chip. They're each 4-1, so we're glad you're tuning in tonight to the pregame.
Well, always, how did we get here? Williamsport 4-1, as Nate mentioned, 2-1 in the PHAC, Division I. Started off the year great, beat Wyoming Valley West, shut them out 33-0, beat a decent Hazleton team 23-6. Beat Central Mountain 36-17. Shikellamy shut them out 20-0. And then last week, lost by 1 to Selinsgrove at home. Gave up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Got worn down a little bit, Nate. Selinsgrove went to the run, put Gavin Bastian in the Wildcat, ran it, wore Williamsport down in that fourth quarter, came back for a great road win for the Seals to keep them in the race for the division title in the PHAC. Jersey Shore, as we know, 4-1. Beat Dallas, beat Del Valle, beat Selinsgrove, then lost to Shamokin. Last week on the road, as Nate mentioned, 63-13 over a very young but improving Shikellamy team who plays at Central Mountain tonight. So a good win on the road to get back on track. And you're right, Nate, you never know. 6A team, Williamsport, the Millionaires, joined in the PHAC. Haven't played at least since the 1970s. No one knows for sure, but we'll get that at some point in a regular season ball game. So really looking forward to it tonight here in Thompson Street Stadium. Homecoming here at Jersey Shore.
It is homecoming, which means an extended halftime tonight, so we'll get to some out-of-town scores and some statistics, maybe even some history on the Bulldogs. But listen, we got Jim Carpenter in the booth tonight. We got Coach Chris Davis. We got Vince on camera. Thank you, Vinny. We got Doc Massey in the house from Williamsport Sun-Gazette, journalist, and Coach Hale along with Doug and myself. And I just wanted to say tonight one thing specifically. They asked me from Williamsport tonight, how do we watch the game? And sometimes I take it for granted that we have such an amazing viewership, but we're getting some new viewers each and every week from the Cherry and White down in Williamsport, the Millionaire Country. If you subscribe on the YouTube channel, what will happen is you'll get reminders on your Facebook. So is that correct? On your YouTube. I correct myself. So if you have a YouTube app, you'll get reminders when the pregame, when things pop up, so that you're automatically drawn to the page. You don't have to worry about where you're searching for that. So that's that. But listen, we're going to break for the Tom Gravish interview this week. Get a chance for some behind the scenes with Coach Gravish. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network and CentralPASports.com.
Dave Winkleman and the team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven are always one step ahead of their competition. Anchor, a full-service real estate company serving Lycoming, Clinton, and Center counties with top-level personnel that can help you buy or sell. Community-oriented, ready to help you when you need it. Anchor Realty, 57 Bellefonte Avenue, Lock Haven, 570-858-0777. Remember, home is where you drop your anchor.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
It's time for an insurance review. Every now and then you need to know you're getting the best coverage at the best price. So here's a phone number, 570-865-5191. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt will give you an overview and make recommendations on how you can protect yourself and your family. Auto, home, life, health, property, or business, it's Eberhardt State Farm. Available online at insurejerseyshore.com. Eberhardt State Farm, their new offices, 600 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Caring for customers with old-school values. That's Ex-Agway in Jersey Shore. They have been providing home and ag products for decades. Lawn and garden, pets, wild birds, or supplies for around the home or farm. Make it Ex-Agway. 8 till 5 weekdays till noon Saturday. 112 Harris Street in Jersey Shore. 570-398-2770 for Ex-Agway in Jersey Shore.
Everything you need in one place. Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore. Now your first choice for great hot food, breakfast sandwiches, bagels, French toast sticks, boneless wings, hash browns, garbage fries, and taco wraps. PA Lottery tickets and skill games and ATM fresh-made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound, snacks, candy, slushies, and more. All at Jiffy Market. Everything you need in one place. Across from the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. Stop and shop. Jiffy Market in Delhi.
A proud supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, TLC Fuels is a family-owned local business. Established in 1998, TLC Fuels serves residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. From fuel oil to diesel fuel and gasoline, TLC Fuels has thrived on a consistent dedication to you and your family. Call 570-753-5722 today.
Nate Carpenter, Coach Gravish. It's week 6. What an incredible win on the road last week at Chickalimi. Beautiful facilities, and you guys showed up. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Sure is. And, we kind of practiced last week with the emphasis. We got to be better in special teams. We got to do special plays, big plays, not just normal plays to where we're breaking even. We wanted to make plays where, they gave us a chance to score touchdowns, which Bo's kickoff return on the opening kickoff, it went, 60 yards, 50-plus yards, threat to score. We got a punt return for a touchdown. We got a partial block that led to a short field for a score. And so I thought most of our coverage on kickoff is getting better as well. So we still have a lot of work to do. But, yes, we played much better in all 3 phases of the game compared to, other weeks, even though we won games. I see the improvement.
Well, yeah, and it's in the little things. You obviously try to get pressure on the kicker last week, which paid off with the Bo Sechrist block and the Lope recovery. And like you said, even special teams. I think of things like all the PATs that are kicked and the PATs that are made.
Right. We need to really work on that because we're still not 100% pleased with, the timing, the rhythm, our blocking. We don't want to be looking in the mirror someday and say, hey, you know what I mean, our protection wasn't as good. We did get, 9 extra points or something like that. But we're capable of looking a little bit better, with his protection.
Yeah, and last week, again, the evolution of the passing game was just, I couldn't believe, Elijah Jordan wasn't pressured maybe as much as he was in the first 4 weeks, but really made some good decisions, surveyed the field, and you've got some weapons at wideout.
I think so. They did well all summer. Summers, grass football with shorts on, you know what I mean, for the most part, but you still got to go against competitive people when you do that. But if you give him time and he can, he's getting a feel for the position himself again, you know what I mean, but he had a fabulous game. And he's got talented wide receivers out there, and the line did a good job of giving him immediate protection, which allows, hey, a guy could run a route over here and fall down. He can come back off that and set his eyes down on another receiver, which he did last week. So as long as our guys keep practicing hard and they get out for early out time, I expect that we'll continue to throw the ball as much as we have. I do think that our running game is improving. We had a good week of practice with our running game. So look forward to seeing that breakout this week.
Well, and most people don't realize, they don't do the homework and realize that even Chickalimi has really been tough against the run inside the tackle box. And they gave up some big plays on the edge. They gave up some big passing plays, but that's kind of been the narrative all year. So
Chickalimi was in a tough ball game with Shamokin for 3.5 quarters. They were in a tough game with Williamsport for the entire game. So they lost a tough heartbreaker, I think, against Milton in their opener. So if the ball bounces a little different for Chickalimi in some games, they might be a totally different season for them. But, we got to worry about, Jersey Shore Bulldogs and take care of our business. But, they do have some great guys on the defensive line and linebackers.
It's an exciting week coming up. I didn't realize we're already to homecoming. It's hard to believe we're really over halfway through the regular season. And I don't know, this is my cherry on top so far, the cherry and white, the Williamsport Millionaires, where you teach. Hope you haven't been getting razzed too much down there this week, but where you teach, they're coming to Thompson Street Friday night.
Yeah, and I taught most of their players that's in the lineup, about 2/3 of them in my classroom. So, they're all good kids. It's nice to see them progress, the kind of season they're having. I have a lot of great respect for their coaches and Coach Mike Pearson, you know what I mean, is the head coach. He's a class act guy, and so he'll have them ready. But, yeah, they've been riding me a lot, since it was on the schedule. I haven't really rode them very much, but I kind of stored it, so hopefully all pans out well for us on Friday.
Well, you never want to give them bulletin board material, number one, but number two, nothing will say, I told you so, like a big win on Friday night. So I know you're not looking past them. Can you tell me, like, if you could write the script for a perfect Friday night besides a W, what would it be on homecoming?
Well, I'd like to see a great crowd here. They always take care of their business. We always say the fans are the fans, the coaches do the coaching, and the players do the playing, and the boosters do the boosting. So, for us, we got to take care of business because we're the ones that's going to dictate, our players and coaches, whether we win or not. It's up to us. The fans are going to be great, as they always are, and supportive. But, I'd like to see us play lockdown defense, run game, pass game, and be able to run the ball more consistently and be able to throw it when we want to throw it. Get all of our athletes a chance to make plays out in space, whether it's a wideout, whether it's a slot, whether it's a running back, whether it's a quarterback. We feel we have weapons here, and we need to utilize them.
Well, Coach, as always, it is wonderful.
Sure is, thank you.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection, auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance, annuities too. Get a great price and the service you expect from your local Erie agent, Fager Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 57 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. Call 570-748-3570 to get a free quote. Fager Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
B.A. Meixel is a local residential and commercial electrical contractor. With over 14 years serving central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built up relationships with hundreds of home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading guarantees. 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Reliable. That word sums up Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore. Stocked and ready to go for fall and winter, Hollick's Coal and Oil is a phone call away. 570-398-1190. A fixture in the community for the last 74 years, Hollick's Coal and Oil will fill you up shortly after you call. Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore. 570-398-1190.
Always supporting the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, it's the Twilight Diner in Loganton, open 7 days and featuring a full menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daily specials. So good, people ask for their food by name, and they bring that great taste on the road with the Twilight Diner on wheels. And now at this area's newest venue for weddings, reunions, and gatherings, Miller's Barn in Tylersville. Hold your next event in the middle of Amish country. Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, Loganton. 570-725-3911 for takeout.
Fred Ham Disposal has proudly served the community with residential and commercial trash removal for the last 55 years. They're a family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers, providing extensive trash removal and recycling options. Their fleet of trucks provide reliable pickup service, and they give you a chance to pay your bill online. Fred Ham Disposal, here for you. Call 570-398-1814. Fred Ham Disposal.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Biley. We're back at Thompson Street. As we said, Williamsport coming to town. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Without sponsors and viewership, why have a program? I mean, listen, we're here for you, your families, and from our house to yours tonight. We can't wait to have this broadcast. I mean, it's been an electric year so far. Against all odds, some injuries and such, Jersey Shore has been resilient. Both teams come in at 4-1. Before I go a second further in this broadcast, I want to give a shout out to Kristen Hoppel. Thank you so much for your resiliency at home and how you promote the program and the broadcast. I saw your dad this morning, and he said, man, you don't miss a broadcast. So, again, invite your friends, encourage the viewership tonight. So, Doug, listen, man, some of the stats, some of the how we got here, some of the sponsors. Let's talk a little bit.
Absolutely. Sponsors first. Pregame brought to you by Country Berry Shack. Please go visit them. 521 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Make sure you check everything out at the Country Berry Shack. Kickoff's coming up, obviously, here in a few minutes. Brought to you by Joe's Equipment, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Halftime. Split sponsorship, but all by Weary's. Weary's Pine Creek Inn, Route 44 North. Give them a call. Great meals, great atmosphere there. Weary's Painting and Contracting. Give them a call as well for all your painting, drywall, and contracting needs. Out-of-town scoreboard, which we'll get more to in the second half, but we'll sprinkle some in if we can. In half number one, scores compliments of Coach Sean Hale. Brought to you by Susquehanna Transit. Remember, get on the bus with Susquehanna Transit. And then later on, second half, mostly our player of the game last week, Evan Snyder. At Shikellamy, 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air, and then 70-yard punt return as well, brought to you by Todd Rischel and Evergreen Wealth Solutions in Williamsport. Give them a call for all your wealth asset solutions needs. Todd Rischel and Evergreen Wealth Solutions. Thank you again, as always, to all of our sponsors, Nate.
Yeah, Williamsport has athletes. We talk about this. Some people want to talk about early on what's the keys to tonight's game. And to be honest with you, we don't know Williamsport that well, but we do know this much. They're explosive when they want to be. They've had some changes at quarterback. Elijah Way, the senior, will start tonight. Zion Hughes got some reps last week. And Williamsport, again, they're going to sprinkle it around. They're going to do some things that they can do. They have some decent size up front. Jersey Shore struggled to run between the tackles, so we'll see if the ground and pound work, especially on a night like tonight as the rain falls here at Thompson Street. Not torrential, but it's steady. And this surface is going to get slick. We know that. So
weather has not been a factor all season long, but could be a factor here tonight, mostly with the footing. We'll see how it turns out here in Thompson Street Stadium on the natural grass. Nate, you mentioned Williamsport last week really had not hurt themselves up to that point in the season, but they fumbled 4 times last week against Selinsgrove. Gave up the lead late, 10-point lead in the fourth quarter to lose to Selinsgrove by 1, 21-20. They come in averaging 26.4 points per game, only give up 8.8, so the defense has been pretty good overall. 324.8 yards on the offensive side, only give up 205.8, so they've been steady, both offense and defense, throughout the season. Again, Williamsport comes in at 6A, so the win or loss does not really hurt you a whole lot in the district standings, although the loss does, obviously. But, again, Williamsport's going to 2A, 2 and 4, go to the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area for their playoffs. And then, of course, Jersey Shore stays in the 4A playoffs. The Bulldogs come in, 37.6 points per game, only giving up 19 yards per game, almost 400, 378, giving up about 246. Again, Elijah Jordan has led the way through the air for the Bulldogs. Evan Snyder, Paul Hale, all in the leaders of the receptions and yardage. That'll be the key tonight. You talked about it. Can the Bulldogs run the ball consistently to give them that duality that they need on the offensive side of the football? Yeah, because the unpredictable thing is how does Elijah Way, it's the battle of Elijahs tonight. Elijah Way from Williamsport at quarterback. He's 6 foot, 200, 205. They got him listed wrong. He's a solid kid with a good, strong arm. Again, how does he hold the wet football? How does he throw the wet football? Elijah Jordan, same thing for the Bulldogs. Do they throw a good wet football? I'm sure they practiced some this week for that, but there's some intangibles tonight we didn't predict with the weather, so it could be exciting. But we got so much more to talk about after this commercial break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network and CentralPASports.com.
Get ready to hit the road with these great trips this fall through Susquehanna Trailways. On the 23rd, experience the Bloomsburg Fair. October 1st is the Fall Foliage Train Ride. On the 3rd, the Covered Bridge and Arts Festival, and every October Saturday, ride the Pine Creek Trail to and from Wellsboro. Make sure you're on the mailing list. Update your mailing address. Check the Susquehanna Trailways Facebook page and website for more information about these trips and others throughout October through Susquehanna Trailways.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your local Erie agent is Brigandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley. Get a quote today.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Time for Corn Maze Fun. Pine Creek Seed Farm Corn Maze now open weekends through November 4th. This weekend it's the Sportsman's Fest, and every Friday is Glow Night. Hear and watch Jersey Shore and Montoursville football on the big screen. Enjoy Troy Love on stage Saturday afternoon and axe throwing all weekend. Sundays it's themed trivia. Bulk of your entry fee this week goes to the Jersey Shore Middle School PTO. Corn Maze Weekends, Pine Creek Seed Farm, 33 Seeds Lane, just off of the Pine Creek exit, Route 220, Jersey Shore. Now is the time to reserve space for your pup at Sweet Dreams Pet Resort on Sunrise Lane in Mill Hall for this fall and winter. Individual indoor suites for your best friend featuring raised dog beds, grooming on site, air conditioning, radiant heat, and outdoor playground. Take advantage of weekday doggy daycare 570-377-0340. Fully licensed and insured, fully staffed on-site security at all times. Online at sweetdreamspetresort.com. Find us on Facebook, Sweet Dreams, where we treat your dog like family.
Your destination for Kubota is Dodder Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64. Soon the cool down will begin and fall chores will be the order of the day. Dodder Equipment knows that and has a fantastic selection of Kubotas in stock to handle everything from mowing grass to pushing snow. Kubota has the best quality equipment from tractors of all sizes, side-by-sides, track hoes, skid steer loaders, and even farm equipment. For everything from Kubota, visit Dodder Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Biley. We are back Thompson Street. That's right. We're here in Jersey Shore tonight. It's a home game. Williamsport travels just 10 minutes from that high school on the hill to come to Jersey Shore. Friday Night Lights. We're going to get to more of the broadcast, but it's homecoming tonight. As you can see, man, even in the midst of the rain, you might be able to catch some of that in the lights tonight. What a great turnout. Williamsport traveled well. Good size roster. Excellent band. And, it's just, you can feel the electricity. It's a small town high school Friday night.
Never gets any better, Nate. Thompson Street Stadium. PA announcer announcing the national anthem.
And if you're able, remove your hats and join us as we honor America with our performance of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Grab your chance at the new scratch-off ticket, Witch's Brew Bucks, giving you a chance at 10 top prizes of $100,000. You must be at least 18 years old to play. The Pennsylvania Lottery again generated more than $1 billion last year for programs for older Pennsylvanians. Visit our Facebook page, Bear Country 99.9 FM WQBR, and get your chance to win Witch's Brew Bucks scratch-off tickets. Like the page, like the post, then sign up to win. From the Bear.
Check it.
Want to score big with your financial future? At Evergreen Wealth Solutions, we're the MVPs of financial planning, helping you tackle your goals with a winning strategy. Call Todd Rischel, Certified Financial Planner, and get in the game. Real people serving real people, we manage your assets as if they were our own. 570-601-6960, 570-601-6960. Let Todd Rischel be the quarterback of your financial planning strategy. Evergreen Wealth Solutions in Williamsport.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hey campers, Graham here from C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV. Don't store your old RV another winter. Save thousands on a new camper this fall, and we'll store it for free. We have a great selection of 2023 and 2024 models with end-of-season pricing. So buy now, and when you're ready to camp next spring, we'll have your new camper ready. Visit us in the beautiful Pine Creek Valley or browse online at chwaltzoutdoor.com. Adventure awaits at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, we're back. Coin toss, Doug. What do we have here for captains?
Yep, so the captains for sure, which you just saw in front of you, Jordan, Hale, Snyder, and Oglesby. For Williamsport, Bradshaw, Peyton, Way, and Neenan. Williamsport did win the toss. They deferred to the second half. The officials, the white-hatted gentleman that you see out there is Kerry Latchaw from the Line Mountain area. Susquehanna Valley chapter, they usually do a couple games a year as well. Real quick injury report for Jersey Shore. Going to miss a couple guys tonight. Talon Mount, Caden Walker still out. Luke Ryan, Zeke Sechrist, and Nolan Pauling also out for tonight's ball game. So halfway through the year as kids get a little banged up. Jersey Shore a little shorthanded tonight in some aspects of their ball game. Joe's Equipment kickoff coming up here. Parker Johnson, one of the best kickers for Williamsport in the district. Top kickers and punters, leads the district with 8 field goals, placed 10 of his points inside the 20-yard line, 17 touchbacks on the kickoff, Nate. He's a good one.
He is a good one, and honestly, he is doing a great job. 8 for 8 on field goals, 17 touchbacks. Back deep to receive the Bulldogs, Brody Herr, along with Evan Snyder. The two up are Bo Sechrist and Paul Hale. Here we go. We're underway. First quarter, Thompson Street, week 6. Williamsport kicks off. This is high and deep. It's going to be around the 5-yard line. Nice kick. He fumbles it. He picks it up 10-yard line. 15. Out to the 20. 24. Not a bad return. As you can see, that slick ball was already an issue.
Nice return there for Brody Herr. Elijah Jordan will lead the way at quarterback position. Bo Sechrist. Brody Herr from the running back. Hale. Snyder. Zach Myers, Slate Sechrist, Larson, Vandruff, and Dubs Bloom will start the game on the offensive line for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs single left, single right. They're going to go the power I right now. Elijah Way under center. They're going to make Brody Herr go off. Not sure why. Maybe he's got some blood. They're going to get him taped up. We'll see here.
Yep, little equipment problem. Rain is falling here as we start the ball game here at Thompson Street Stadium.
Yep, raining for about 30 minutes. Jordan in the shotgun. Bo Sechrist gets the handoff. It's the counter up the middle, 6 yards. So maybe 7, Doug.
Naughton on the tackle, number 19 for Williamsport. You'll call his name quite a bit, see his name on the stat sheet all night long.
2nd and 4. Elijah Jordan's going to fake it. He's going to go right to Evan Snyder. Evan Snyder makes the catch, but he's missed down the sideline. Missed tackles. Gets the first down, but the initial tackle by number 85 was missed, Jaden Ransom. Clean up by number 5, Jamel Bailey.
did get the first down, did Evan Snyder, but that will be a play that the Millionaires will try to take away from this Jersey Shore offense throughout the ball game.
In the gun, single back, Bo Sechrist trips left. He's going to run the option. Is he going to? So this is where we talk about, Doug, getting ahead of the chains, the last first down. And now we're going to see a penalty here. Whether they were set, penalty, clock, we'll see what the officials call this.
Yeah, I couldn't tell there. The official was pointing to Williamsport, but it is offsides against Williamsport. So lined up in the neutral zone when the ball was snapped.
Did you see a flag? I didn't even see a flag.
On the far side, yep. Flag came on that far side. So Bulldogs will take that 1st and 5.
First down and 5. Single right, trips left. Elijah Jordan in the shotgun. He's going to run the option. He's going to keep it up the middle. He's met by number 75, but he still gets a couple. Tackle by Jordan Downey.
So you see Williamsport not overly large on the defensive side. Good size matchup here for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs.
Second down. Make that 2nd and 3. Power eye right up the gut. Handoff. That's Brody Herr back in the game. He gets a first down.
Nice push on that right side. Owen Vandruff, Zach Myers, 62 and 72, leading the way. Bulldog first down.
They're going to run the power eye, and they've got a plan tonight to run the football. 1st and 10, 49-yard line. Elijah Jordan, it's a fullback pop up the middle, turning his legs, and the pile's moving. 6-yard carry.
Bo Sechrist had a really solid game last week against Shikellamy, including a 45-yard touchdown run where he made a great cut to free himself into the end zone. So Sechrist has become much more involved in the offensive side of the football.
They're going to call it the long 5. 2nd down and 5. The 46, they're into Williamsport Millionaire territory. Jordan fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Gets a block out here. Cuts back. Kicks all the way back. Left side of the field. He's got a wall. He could be gone. He's at the 30, 25, 20. Inside and tackled out of bounds. Down to around the 12-yard line. Great cutback on this slick turf.
Super run there by Elijah Jordan, but you can see kind of tiptoeing down that sideline, so the turf definitely is slick, is a little wet tonight, is a factor in the ball game.
He needed the high heels on that one. We're going to have 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Bulldogs want to go quick. Officials set that ball quick. Elijah Jordan in the gun. It's Brody Herr off the left side. Big hole. Tackled by 19, and that was a nice stand-up tackle.
Lucas Naughton, again, very solid from that linebacker position. The Williamsport linebackers are the strength of this defense for the Millionaires.
Elijah Jordan single back right now. Trips right. Evan Snyder split wide. Paul Hale to the left. Elijah Jordan throws the option. Brody Herr makes a cutback. Makes a man miss. Gets down around the 5-yard line. He's going to be down at the 6. So they did a pretty good job defensively. Number 85 cut that back in. That was Jaden Ransom. Made Brody Herr cut that back. 3rd down and a long 2. Elijah Jordan fakes it. He's going to follow Brody Herr. Down inside the 5. They're going to mark it at the 4. Real close to a face mask or a horse collar there.
Swallowed up there by Neenan, number 79. You'll see his name and number all throughout the ball game. Early game decision here for Coach Gravish going forward on 4th down.
Big down right now. We'll see if they get the push. Elijah Jordan under center. They move him forward. Bo Sechrist pushes the pile. Little tush push. Down near the 1. That was a big surge by that line.
First time we've probably seen that formation all season long, maybe in the last couple of years. Really nice power formation there. Big first down for the Bulldogs.
You know, execution. Bo Sechrist, Brody Herr followed that. Elijah Jordan again. Does he get there? They don't signal. We'll see where he ends up.
Tried to tunnel underneath, but boy, you got submarine there. Definitely did not make it. Boy, they
do
call that at the end. Had to wait to umpile.
Listen to me. We got carnage and bodies inside the 5. The bodies hit the floor. But give some credit, Doug. I think this is the first time we've seen this year where the inside tackle box has opened up and we were able to have some real success on the ground on this wet turf tonight. 6-0, 8:32 to go first quarter. That's a touchdown for the Bulldogs off the scamper from 1 yard out by Elijah Jordan. Personnel issues right now. Evan Snyder running in right now. He forgot he's on the extra point team. See if they get the snap down. They're going to call a penalty. Now they have 12. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, they got a dozen.
Baker's dozen is good in a lot of things, but it's not good in football when you only can have 11. So going to cost the Bulldogs 5. Certainly will not change anything. Certainly going to kick it, but it's different because obviously a lot further, more of a field goal here rather than the PAT for Brody Herr.
On a positive note, the grass is a little greener in that particular spot here, Doug. So it is an extra point attempt here. Snaps low. Kick is up. Does he make it? It is good. Boy, Elijah Jordan did a really nice job of getting that snap down, getting that placed for Brody Herr, and Brody Herr able to put that up through the uprights. So attention to detail. Elijah Jordan scores it and gets that hold down. 8:32 in the first quarter. We hope you're tuning in tonight. Once again, let us know where you're tuning in from. We always have a good time throughout the weeks with our broadcasts. And one thing before I forget tonight, Athletic Director Bill Mincer would have my head. The golf are now, our golf team at the high school is now a 3-time PHAC champ, and the girls 3-time District 4 champs. That's pretty cool.
Oh, really super. Bill sent that to me as well. Thanks for doing that, Nate. Always want to celebrate the success of all the teams. Obviously, we're doing the football broadcast, but every team in the district and locally, love to see when they win a championship. Congratulations to the team on the links for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, Coach Shaw with the girls basketball program, his daughters, they're clutch. And Mike Shaw was a Division I golfer, and his brother Matt played on the PGA Tour South America.
How about that?
You can tell I have some free time occasionally, and I do the meaningless stats and sports history. But we are blessed to have some amazing coaches and athletes in this district. Brody Herr's going to kick off here. This one's angled to the sideline. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. Right around the 15. We've yet to see a team take that out-of-bounds sideline kick and ask them to re-kick. But I remember Selinsgrove last year did that 2 or 3 times.
Absolutely. So the Millionaires with that out-of-bounds kickoff will get pretty good field position here. Again, our kickoff is brought to you all season long by Joe's Equipment. Give them a call, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Visit Aaron and her staff, 570-398-1391 for all your steel product service. Give them a call at Joe's Equipment.
So the Bulldogs right now, they are looking to load the box. It does look like Luke Thompson is back tonight. That's good news on defensive end. Watkins the corner. Paul Hale in at safety. That's Elijah Way under center. He's going to hand off the ball immediately. Power I formation. That's number 5. Makes a man miss, but he's hit. Approximately a 3 to 4 yard gain on first down for the Williamsport Millionaires. They did get some push.
Landon Rea, number 53, leading off the game at nose tackle for Caden Walker, who's been out since week number 2. 5-2 defense under the direction of Coach Alex Jackson. Owen Vandruff up front along with Slate Sechrist. Been solid all season long. Evan Snyder at the other corner along with Carson Watkins.
Millionaires, they going with a powerhouse backfield tonight, doing something a little different with a single receiver to the right. Elijah Way under center. Second down. He's going to hand off to the rear back. Big cut, but he's met initially. Still picks up about 1. So he's going to bring up third and about 6.
Trent Severino really solid last week in his first start at that defensive end position, staying in the ball game with Zeke Sechrist being out tonight. Again, our linebackers, Brody Herr and Bo Sechrist, the All-Stater last year in his sophomore year, having another spectacular, leading the Bulldogs with about 12.5 tackles per game.
Williamsport always has athletes. Jamel, number 5, Jamel Bailey is 5'11", 215. Elijah Way, 6 foot, 200 at quarterback. Third down, 5. Hand off to the tailback. He makes a man miss. He gets outside. Does he get a first down? He's met about a yard short. We'll see where the officials spot this. That was a great tackle on the perimeter.
Really solid tackle there by Elijah Jordan. Couldn't see who that was. Didn't know if it was Evan Snyder or Jordan, but wow. Stops him a good yard and a half short, so Williamsport inside their own 45. Looks like they're going to go to Parker Johnson, again, one of the best punters in the district. 10 of his punts inside the 20-yard line throughout the season, so he is a weapon in the special teams.
Right now, Bulldogs want to flip the field on this 4th and 2. They want to get some good field position with this wet surface. Johnson going to punt here. See if they do a fake. The Bulldogs have to be ready. They stay on sides. Good snap. Good kick. And this is short, more rugby style towards the sideline, and not the kick Williamsport wanted.
Well, anytime you talk up a player, that's when they don't do something right. Boy, he shanked that one, no doubt about it. Probably his worst, or one of his worst kicks of the year. The official right here marks it out at about the 37, so the Bulldogs will certainly take that after the nice drive to start the ball game ends up with the touchdown and the PAT. Bulldogs lead, 6:28 to go here. First quarter, 7-0, second offensive drive of the ball game. Nate, Williamsport hasn't been behind a whole lot tonight. Interesting to see how they react here early if the Bulldogs can put together another drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Into the game, number 55, that's Caleb Way. He's going to go down at nose guard. Elijah Way, the quarterback's brother. So Williamsport's also in the 5 technique. Elijah Jordan under center. Right to left goes Evan Snyder. Long count, quick pitch. They're going to do toss left. Brody Herr makes a cutback, gets north and south, churns his legs. Good pursuit, though, by the cherry and white from Williamsport.
Now, good penetration there by Naughton, number 79. Also, Anthony Manley, number 34. Boy, only a sophomore, 6'2", 245. He may be the biggest guy on the defensive side for the Millionaires.
2nd down, 7. It's the counter left. Bo Sechrist has room. He's going down the sideline. Gets wrapped up. But he had some green, and, boy, he was rumbling, stumbling. 1st down and 10 Bulldogs.
Sechrist very effective on that counter because he hits that at full speed through that hole. Tell you, he really gets through there fast. Big pickup, 1st down.
44-yard line, Bulldogs, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Oh, Brody Herr almost gets track speed. But again, you talk about they're hitting the hole at speed, and the hole's opening up just the right time.
Really leaning both ways, not leaning one way or the other. But, boy, they're following Vandruff. And
the pace right now, the quick hurry up. Brody Herr again runs a guy over. Talk about running. I talked to Coach Hale before the game, and he really thought that the Bulldogs would just go to the ground and pound tonight and do what they could to run the football. And we're seeing that, and it honestly works out with the wet surface.
Oh, the pace is really good here.
2nd down and 3. Oh, here comes a whistle.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, I didn't get a chance to finish my thought. Vandruff, and then Zach Myers on the right side. Boy, they have really opened up some holes, really doing a nice job. They're the 2 most consistent linemen for the Bulldogs. With that penalty, their second motion penalty of the ballgame, will set them back, bring up here, set a 2nd and short, 2nd and long.
Number 5 for Williamsport, Jamel Bailey, leaves the game. He's a little stoved up. So they replace him. It's 2nd down and 8 on the 5-yard false start. They're going to go up top. Evan Snyder sits down. Throws the ball away. Oh, nice catch. Does he make the catch? He does. Oh, he came back for the football. Absolutely a great catch by Paul Hale. Did they give him a catch?
I don't think they did, Nate. I think it was out of bounds, but great effort there to prevent the grounding penalty, perhaps against Elijah Jordan, but great pressure there by the Williamsport defense. Forced him to throw that early.
3rd down and 8. Let's see if they go to the air or choose to go on the ground and burn another down. 3rd down and 8. They're going to roll him right. Evan Snyder, sit and go. It's a sit and go. He's open. Evans, in and out of the hands. Good coverage, though. Number 25 on that coverage. Sat down and got back. And that is Samir Williams. So good coverage on the corner.
Really nice one-on-one coverage, just like you see on the Jersey Shore side often. Guys do a great job there. Good delivery there by Jordan, but knocked away for the incompletion. They're going to go for it here, 4th and long.
It's 4th down and 8. Elijah Jordan in the shotgun, single back to his right, trips left. They're going to go the push. He's going to run it. Nope, in and out of the hands. A little bit further than Evan Snyder could reach that time. Paul was open in the corner, some other receivers, and sometimes it's just that fraction of a second you don't see it, and it happens.
Well, and you never know with Elijah Jordan, we talk about it. He's not really that big vertically. May not have seen the receiver open initially because of good penetration there again by the Millionaire defense. So they turn it over on downs, do the Bulldogs. 4:48 to go here. First period, Bulldogs lead 7-0. Millionaires with the football.
And the difference in that drive, Doug, is 2nd and short to 2nd and 8 due to the 5-yard penalty, and things went south from there. 1st and 10 on the 30. Elijah Way under center. Single left, single right, straight eye formation. Hands off to the tailback. That's number 5, and he has some room, but he slips up. Again, they stretched that out just long enough. He tries to make the cutback on that wet surface, and it looks like tonight, if you're not going north and south, good luck going east and west.
Yeah, the rain still continues to come down, actually a little heavier than it was just a few minutes ago. So, again, weather has not been a factor all season long, is going to be a factor in tonight's ball game. Bulldogs lead 7-0. Always important to get that lead early in the ball game.
So 2nd down and 10, Elijah Way in the shotgun, single left, single right. Pro I formation. 31-yard line. Elijah Way is going to go look. He's going to look up top. He's getting pressure, and he goes down. So he lost his footing. He wanted to try and get outside that tackle box and maybe just chuck it in the stands, but he couldn't get there.
Great to see Luke Thompson back, number 10. He'll get at least a portion of that sack along with Slate Sechrist. Luke really has played solid from that defensive end position all season long, became a factor last year as well. So big sack there for the Bulldog defense. Anytime you have a tackle for a loss or a sack, really puts the offense in a tough situation.
Yeah, and Severino having a nice year at wide receiver. A couple of touchdown catches coming in at the other end. So right now, Williamsport facing a 3rd and long with the chains, 3rd and 19 on the 20 after that sack. Elijah Way is going to go up top. He's going to try to go deep. Happy feet, but he's going to get outside the box. Brody Herr's there to make the tackle. So, hats off to Elijah Way to get some of that back and not be pinned with this kick from Johnson.
Now, nice coverage here. Carson Watkins and Paul Hale on the key receiver. Kair Bradshaw, he's a threat, can certainly go one-on-one and win, but they covered him up pretty well. So Way did the right thing, took some yards. Parker in to punt this one away. Sure, he'll get back on track here. Not a good punt the first time. Looking to boom one here.
Well, that rain's just coming down in sheets right now. Johnson back to punt. His last punt of 18 yards with the net out of bounds. He wants a better punt this time. It's low. It's through his legs. On the run goes Severino. He misses him. And he's tackled. I thought he might try to kick that, but boy, we talk about the rain, Doug. It's been raining for 45 minutes.
Slate Secrets comes through there with the tackle. Special teams can win you games. They can lose you games. That one's going to be a big factor in this ball game. Muffed punt there. Bulldogs take over deep in Port territory at the 15.
Well, the Dogs have had success on the ground and pound with the hurry-up. Let's see if they go back to the well that wasn't running dry until they ended up with 2nd and 8. It went to the air in this rain. Elijah Jordan going to be up under center. 2 backs, singles left and right. He's going to hand it off immediately. Up the middle. That's Brody Herr, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. We talk about it when the conditions worsen. If you can get vertical north and south on the ground game and get that slight hole, hats off to the line.
Oh, that's always the key. You want to run north and south, so to speak, get vertical. If you do that, you have a chance to have success. No hesitation there, no trying to go outside. Bolt up the middle, 15 yards, Brody Herr for the touchdown.
He flew into that end zone on a red carpet. Hold us down. Kick is up. It's low. It's drilled. Is it through? Yes. No, they call it wide right. Wide right. So I'll tell you what, it's a battle right now. Williamsport's come. They've had a couple of bad breaks. Let's call it what it is, man. A low snap on the punt and a punt that gave the Bulldogs excellent field position. The Bulldogs, have had success on the ground, and that's the difference when you're talking about torrential downpours.
So last week, Brody Herr, 9 for 9 on the PATs. The first PAT, which was successful, high snap, great job by Elijah Jordan. That one, just operation was not completely smooth. Miss for Brody Herr, his first one in a while, but the Bulldogs still lead by 2 scores. 13-0, 2:27 to go here, quarter number 1.
We always talk about where you're tuning in from. Here's one. Rock Griswold, Harry O are watching from Thompson Street uptown. So you guys listen, man. Come on, get down here and support your guys. And hats off to Aaron Tokay, the brother from another mother. We know you're tuning in tonight as well, and you appreciate the commentary. Listen, thank you so much. We've had the Carolinas and California Naval and Army bases. We've had people from all over the world, Mexico, and right here in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. Brody Herr up 13-0, kicks this one a little bit deeper. It's caught. 15. He's got a room. Oh, big block. 40, 45. Elijah Jordan gets him out of bounds, but I'll tell you what, number 12 from the Port laid a massive block.
Number 25, Williams on the return. Super nice, sets up the Port in just outside of Shore territory. I thought he crossed the 50-yard line. He did not, so on the cherry and white side of the 50 at the 48, but they'll take that. Gives them a little life after the special teams muff on the punt to give Jersey Shore their second score of this first quarter.
Yeah, there's still 2:19 to go here first quarter. Friday Night Lights, Thompson Street here in Bulldog territory, where tradition never graduates, and it's always a great day to be a Bulldog. Elijah Way in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off immediately. Delayed draw. Nice play. Big run. 23 down the sideline. And I'll tell you what, you notice there they hooked the end, slight delay, and almost like makeshift draw. Worked big.
Whaley Berry on the run there. Again, Williamsport can score. They have athletes, have scored in all of their ball games this year, been pretty consistent on the ground, a little bit inconsistent through the air, but tonight going to be a ground game for both teams, probably more than not.
Big first down for the Port. On the 30-yard line into Bulldog territory. Elijah Way is going to hand off again. Pick your poison. Met immediately a yard deep, but he falls forward to the initial line of scrimmage.
Slade Sechrist, Luke Thompson, Owen Vandruff, all there assisting on the tackle there. Nice recovery after the big gain for Williamsport to give him the first down, bring it up 2nd and long.
Inside of 2 minutes, it is the first quarter here. Thanks for tuning in. Williamsport, 2nd down and 10. No gain on first down. Elijah Way in the shotgun, single back to his right, trips right. Hands off immediately up the middle to number 12, and he's met. And he's just folded like an accordion. And the Williamsport faithful is close to us on this visiting side right now. They want to see him throw the ball. They want to see him mix it up a little bit. And, hey, we know it's wet, but that was predictable there on 2nd down.
Really nice tackle there. Owen Vandruff had a season high in tackles last week against Shikellamy with 8. He has been super solid on the defensive side of the football all season long for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and now with 3rd down and long, you pin your ears back. Single left, twins right, 2 backs to Way's right and left. It's 3rd down and 12, 32-yard line. Williamsport needs a first down. He's straight drop back, pressured, and met and sacked. Just did not have any time. In fact, I've never seen it, but they could have called an offensive face mask on the block.
Yeah. Bo Sechrist, Owen Vandruff, Thompson, Rhea in there as well, so the pressure comes. So that's always the question. Can your opponent withstand the effort that you know the Alex Jackson 5-2 defense is going to try and bring to you? When you do, you can have some success. When you don't, put you in punting formation.
4th down and 16. I guess that would have been illegal hands to the face from a lineman, but Johnson back to punt. His feet are at the 50-yard line. This snap is good. He's taking his time. Oh, my word. It's returnable. No, he doesn't grab it. Paul Hale thought about it. Paul Hale was like, he looking at Dad up here in the press box. We're like, is that a scoop and go? And he thought about it with the wet surface, and it was close.
Always interesting to see how athletes react to inclement weather. Parker Johnson right now really struggling in that punting game. Slipped right out of his hand, so he kicks it maybe 5-8 yards on the punt. Shore takes over first and 10 at their own 32.
Elijah Jordan choosing to go under center tonight, and that's smart. The ground and pound, 1st down and 10. Hands the second back. Brody Herr up the middle. Only a couple yards, but you know what? 2 yards could easily become 10, 15, or 20 in this surface because you miss a tackle, it's really hard to get to the players.
Solid tackle there by Manley. End of the first quarter. Bulldogs from Jersey Shore lead 13-0. Take a quick break. You're listening to Jersey Shore Bulldog High School Football on the Bear Country Sports Network. CentralPA.com.
With CentralPASports.com. One website, one place to watch 3 high school football regular season games every Friday. Just click the logo for the team you want to watch. Central Mountain, Montoursville, or Jersey Shore. And on Saturdays, Bucktail and Lock Haven University. Stay in touch. Watch as long or as often as you want or get caught up if you miss a game. It's new. It's free. It's CentralPASports.com. From the Record Online and the home of cutting-edge country, The Bear.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Byerly, Nick Carpenter back. Second quarter ready to begin. Jersey Shore will have a 2nd and 7 from their own 35. They lead 13-0 over the Millionaires of Williamsport.
You know, that was an electrifying first quarter. 13 points in that rain is a lot. And the Dogs right now facing a 2nd and 7. We'll see what they do. I'll tell you what, you end up with a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. It's very doable. Elijah Jordan under center, 2 back, singles left to right. Right to left goes Evan Snyder. And that's movement by Dubs Bloom, big 77. It's hard to not see that size when you're 340.
Yeah, set, and then just a flinch by Mr. Bloom, just a little bit early. Going to set him back, but that's the 3rd motion penalty. Well, that's been a bugaboo for Jersey Shore really over the past couple seasons. That's the biggest penalty that they have consistently, and it really does set you back. Probably doesn't change the play call here on 2nd and long. 2nd
and 12, 30-yard line. Elijah Jordan, left to right goes Paul Hale. Still haven't seen a jet sweep. It's the counter again, but it's met this time by number 34. Great tackle. He saw the pulling guard. Tackle on the play by Anthony Manley. Boy, he's big, 6'2".
6'2", 245 is Manley, probably the biggest player, and only a sophomore. So like we saw last week, some really solid players from the younger years on this Williamsport team.
Interesting. You're up 13-0. I can see right now they got Bo Sechrist split out here in the slot with Paul Hale. In the gun, Elijah Jordan's going to roll right. Sit down, Evan Snyder wide open at the 40, 45, makes a man miss, spin and go. Down the sideline, and he's thrown out of bounds. That's 15, and that's just what Williamsport doesn't need right now. But Evan Snyder, we've seen that this year. Man, I'll tell you, when he gets going, he's a whirling derby. I think we call him the Tasmanian Devil.
Wow, that spin move, he hits it so hard. Penalty there against number 10, Peyton. You know, maybe kind of lost track of where they were, didn't know if he was on the sidelines, but anytime you throw him down that hard, you're going to get the additional personal foul penalty. So the Bulldogs, with one of their first passing attempts of the night, pick up a nice first down on the catch and run. Jordan to Snyder, but boy, the 15-yard penalty, you see it being marched against Williamsport, boy, deeper in territory down to their 30.
And like you said, you know, if that's a late hit, blatant out of bounds, kind of like a drag and throw. And like you said, I don't think he realized he was out of bounds. But big gain for the Dogs. 1st and 10, Elijah Jordan. Hands off up the middle, tries to get a cutback. He does get a couple. Cuts back off the right side. That's Bo Sechrist of the center.
Solid job there, Mason Larson at the center of the line. Only a junior for the Bulldogs.
That wasn't Bo Sechrist. That was Brody Herr.
Yeah.
He got lost in the mass of bodies.
Yeah, still have Bo out here on the left side.
Yes, they do. Single back is Herr. Oh, Elijah keeps it. We've been waiting for this. Does he get down? He doesn't. He makes a man miss. You got to wrap up. Elijah Jordan will make you pay if you don't wrap him up.
Super job there with the penetration by Williamsport. When you miss the tackle, gives Elijah Jordan a lane. Able to pick up another first down for the Bulldogs, putting together nice consecutive drives.
He's got a nice low center of gravity, and he moves well. 1st and 10, 18-yard line, under center. Hands off to the second back. Brody Herr has a big hole, but he gets tackled out of bounds. Good tackle, the pursuit there. Can't quite see a number in that downpour.
Yeah, number 10, Peyton, coming up really solid from a linebacker position. He moves around a little bit. He's a nice player for Williamsport. Nice tackle there in the open field.
Big tackle, 2-yard gain, so limits him to now what appears to be, well, they're going to call it 4. 2nd and 6. Hands off, up the middle, fullback pop is Bo Sechrist, drugged down. Get down here towards the red zone. See where the officials spot this. It's going to be about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. We'll see.
Yeah, just power football there again, relying on the middle of that line, Larson, Sechrist, and Owen Vandruff.
They're going to call it 3rd and 3. They gave him more. Knee wasn't down. Elijah Jordan's going to hand off. Brody Herr up the middle. He gets vertical into 5-yard line down to the 3. So first down and goal.
79 on the tackle there again. Brady Neenan, really solid. Junior, 6'2", 220. First down for the Bulldogs. 1st and goal.
You know, we talk about the ground and pound when it's working. You don't reinvent the wheel. It reminds me of a few years ago when we had Larson at running back, and they'd carry 30, 35 times a game. Jordan up the middle. That's Brody Herr. Nobody home. Inside, and he dances into the end zone. Touchdown. Herr said, I think Herr said, it's nice to meet you when he met that guy in the end zone. I think it was cordial, but, you know, you don't want to get into the jawing game. But, you know, Brody Herr, even up 3 touchdowns now, these guys are hungry. It's one thing about the Dogs. It's business as usual for them. They are not taking anybody lightly, especially under the circumstances tonight with the weather. Brody Herr trying to make up for the last kick. This one's down. This one's up. It's low. Hands go vertical. This one's good. So that's 20-0 with 9:17 to go here in the second quarter. What have you liked that the Bulldogs have been able to do for the first time this season offensively?
Well, just run the football. We've talked about it all season long, that they just really were not able to figure out what was going to work in the ground game and then put together consistent drives. That's what I meant to say earlier and misspoke. Consistent drives where you mix it up a little bit when you need to. Point Evan Snyder picking up a 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 12 it was through the passing game, but then you go back to the run. Both Bo Sechrist, Brody Herr, and Elijah Jordan, all 3 of them really doing a nice job here early tonight. Williamsport finds himself down 20 points, 9:17 to go here second quarter.
And we talk about this, you know, Shamokin had some big plays. Williamsport's like that too. They, you know, you blink and they can take 180 yards to the house. So they can't rest on their laurels tonight. I agree, Doug. Establishing the run, and so much of it this year I felt like was we faced some really, really big athletic lines, and Del Val was huge. Dallas wasn't as big, but they had an all-state tackle who was good. They were quicker, big weight room program. Shamokin is large, and they're mobile. in Selinsgrove, I mean, hey, they're no slouch. So we have faced some really tough opponents in regard. And even Schick last week, it was hard to run between the tackles.
Yeah, lines were good. Again, kickoffs brought to you by Joe's Equipment. Brody Herr coming up here, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Joe's Equipment with the kickoff.
Brody Herr kicks this one. This one's lower. It's going to scoot. Takes a bounce, 10-yard line, 15, 20, out. Good run, good hit by 21. And wrapped up out of bounds. So 23 met initially by 21. That tackle on the play initially was by
Carter Reinhardt.
Thank you, Doug.
Becoming a factor. Young guys. Love to see him in the special teams.
You know, and especially when they're young, not afraid to put their head in there and make a stick, because the reality is a lot of times, you get that deer in the headlights look on a Friday night. You're out there with the first teamers. People say, oh, why did I get my indoctrination through special teams? That's where the pads start popping. And the great hit by Reinhardt. Dogs in a 5-2 technique, 2 corners, 2 safeties. In the gun, Elijah Way. Twins right. He misses the handoff. Tries to get outside. Met by the host of Bulldogs. He manages to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half to a yard gain. So
this is a key drive for Williamsport. You're down 3 scores, but still under the perfect 21, 7-7-7. You need to put something together here before the halftime clock running, 8:49 to go here. Homecoming night in Thompson Street Stadium.
Well, and the reality is Zion Hughes, the backup quarterback, he's out. But Williamsport's got to try to find a rhythm. If they're not able to run the football, they've got to throw a little bit on first down, sprinkle some things in. 2nd and 9. Way hands it off immediately, 23. But again, the Dogs are just going to be happy saying, hey, we'll keep you, we'll contain you. We'll do what we can. Our defensive ends tonight able to contain, and that's really important.
Whaley Berry, senior, number 23, 5'11", 185, so good size matchup there for the Bulldogs. But Port not really getting a good push up front. Nice pick up there on the last 2 plays. Brings them up 3rd and about 6.
See Evan Snyder out here in the flats. Boy, that turf's really starting to come up. Our next 2 weeks after this evening will be on the road to Hollidaysburg and Penn Woods down near Philly. Single left, Twins right. Elijah Way in the gun. Motions left to right. He's going to throw to the flats. Nice catch. Does he get outside? Tries to get outside. Good first down. Big legs. That's number 5, Jamel Bailey the second. 5'11", 215. Just churning those legs.
Powers ahead. Tough to get around tried to go down low, did the Bulldog tacklers, but Bailey doing a nice job there. So good conversion for the Millionaires. They needed that on this drive.
Some initial touches were in the backfield, but Bailey did a really nice job of not giving up on that 3rd down and long. 1st and 10, Millionaires, 42-yard line. 2 backs, short slot left, single right. And the initial handoff up the middle. Met. The Bulldogs not wrapping up real well. Lots of initial, but I think a lot of that's footing.
Oh, no question. You can see Owen Vandruff right in there, got some penetration, but then kind of went down. But the held him up just enough to running back, and Thompson coming in along with Talon Lope now, number 55 in at that nose guard position. Again, Rhea and Lope have been kind of alternating in there, really doing a solid job in the Alex Jackson 5-2 defense for the Bulldogs.
Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Grape Creek, Texas. Tom Ungard's a regular. Mackle-Hatton, Jody Hoffman. In the gun, Elijah Way. It's 2nd down and 7. Hands off immediately up the middle, and there's just no footing. That delayed draw again. Bo Sechrist just able to get low leverage and make the initial tackle.
Now, who will be the better mutter? Because this field is going to turn into a mutter's ball game here throughout the ball game. And it will really be who can adjust, shorten up their steps a little bit, keep your footing as much as you can, able to drive it off. Bulldogs leading 20-0. They're in a good position.
3rd down and 7. Let's see if the Millionaires can work some magic here on 3rd down. Elijah Way in the shotgun. Oh, the Dogs did not break the plane. Number 3 for Williamsport seems to be a little too quick there on the draw. Kyreek Bradshaw going to back him up 5.
He's been one of the leading receivers for Williamsport all season long. Again, you never know if the ball was going to come to him or if they were going to look his way, but certainly here on 3rd and long, you would have to think Williamsport has to go through the air.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. We'll see if they dial up a pass play. They've got to get at least to the sticks. Elijah Way in the gun. They're going to bring pressure. See what the Bulldogs do. Only 4. They drop a defensive end. Big hit. almost early, but right on time is Evan Snyder.
Yeah, that's good timing by Snyder on that. Good ball there by Way. Would have been a little short if he could have held on and brought down the receiver, but may have changed Williamsport's decision right at midfield. The pass falls incomplete. Evan Snyder falls deep. Parker Johnson again drops deep to punt this one away.
Luke Thompson dropped in the flats on the wide side of the field that time from defensive end. Did a nice job. Back deep to receive. It's Evan Snyder up shallow. It looks like Elijah Jordan. This one turned over end. Good job by Evan Snyder. It just says, hey. And look at the difference, Doug. My goodness. That's 60 yards in the air, the rain.
Yeah, I mean, he can punt it. There's no question. Just couldn't figure out in those first couple short punch shanks, how to drop it, keep the moisture off of it. But there you can see the talent by Parker Johnson. So they flip the field. Bulldogs take over at their own 25, 36 to go here. Bulldogs lead by 3 scores, 20-7.
Yeah, the Bulldogs right now one attack, another score on. Again, thanks for tuning in tonight. Click subscribe and get your YouTube updates. Be interesting to see if the Dogs just continue with the ground and pound or try something different. Elijah Jordan under center, pro I formation. He's going to hand off to the second back. That's Brody Herr. Oh, he's got track speed. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh, down to the 3 is Brody Herr. Wow, that was fun to watch. I thought I was at the Kentucky Derby there for a second. I was going to get you a big hat, Doug.
Nice job there to not give up by Williams to just trip up Brody Herr. But question answered. They're going to stick with the ground and pound right up the middle. Break free. Brody Herr almost all the way for the score. 1st and goal. They mark him back at the 7 where the knee hits. Thought he was inside the 5, but the Bulldogs will take it. 1st and goal.
Wow, boy, he was really digging deep there. Good job by the Millionaires to not give up the score. Elijah Jordan hands off to Brody Herr. He's got to be fatigued. He's like, can I get a play off after that big run? But good job by the Millionaires up front in that 5-2. They got stingy real quick. And you think about it, 3 yards from a game-saving touchdown. Imagine if they can pitch a shutout here inside the 5.
Well, that's what they're going to do there. Bailey, number 5, with a solid tackle there. No gain. I'll give him a half a yard gain to the 5.
Hands off. Brody Herr again met at the 5. And Williamsport says, not on my watch.
Yeah, Bailey again from that linebacker position. He had double-digit tackles in several games this year, so super solid by the Millionaires on 2 consecutive plays. They actually mark him back. Nope, right at the 5 again. 3rd and goal from the 5.
Elijah Jordan, see if he keeps this one. Yes, he does. Goes right. He's going to cut back. He's inside the 5. Makes a man miss, but down inside the 5. Down to the 2. We'll see where they spot him. It's maybe down close to the goal line.
Bailey, number 5 again. 3 consecutive tackles for Bailey from that defensive. Bulldogs are going to go for it here, 4th and 1.
Big time. The Dogs going to see if they go back to the tush push. The city of brotherly love. Inside, do they get in? It's a touchdown. So the Bulldogs go back to the well that hasn't run dry. Inside the 5, down to the 1. Elijah Jordan keeps it and takes it into the end zone.
A little bit of copy of the old Philadelphia Eagles, the tush push. Didn't know if he was going to get in, but that far side official called that one pretty early. So the push from that middle to the right side of the Bulldog line, successful. 3:58 second quarter. Bulldogs score again. Herr looking to add the PAT.
So the Bulldogs get a much-needed inside the 5-yard touchdown. Brody Herr, this one's low. It's good. So hats off to Brody Herr there. Not pretty, but effective. Dogs up 27-0 with 3:58 to go here in the second quarter. It's been amazing to think about how they executed. You said it, Doug. I said, hey, are they going to stick with the ground and pound? And, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And big hole. Brody Herr showed off his track speed. Williamsport didn't let him get to the house. They got stingy. It took 4th down from the 1, but Elijah Jordan able to punch it in. So the Bulldogs score.
Really key for Williamsport at this point. You're down 4 scores. Certainly can still be in the ball game, but you need a score before halftime to get you some momentum. They thought they had a little bit of momentum on that previous drive with a nice pickup on 3rd and long. But the Bulldog defense able to stymie them. And then, boy, the burst by Brody Hurst setting all of that up. 1st and goal from the 7. Bulldogs get it in on the 4th and 1. Her PAT again is good. Joe's kickoffs all season long. Cement Drive, Jersey Shore, give Aaron and a crew a call. Joe's Equipment kickoff.
Brody Hurst, this one's down. It's low. It's going towards the sideline. This one's going to get out of bounds, too. But again, that doesn't hurt you until a team asks you to re-kick, and you do that 3 or 4 times in a row. But Brody Hurst does a nice job on special teams.
So on the last drive, that certainly was the longest rush of the season by the Bulldogs. Brody Hurst went from the 20 down to the 7. We'll have to get the abacus out to figure that one out, but sets up the 4th Bulldogs touchdown. Now you're just looking for your D to play consistently, keep the plays in front of you, don't give up any big plays for this Williamsport offense.
Williamsport, I'll tell you, they've got some electric players, and we just hope right now they can get something started here. Elijah Way at shotgun. They've got trips in a bunch. Bushel basket here to the left. 1st and 10. Elijah Way hands it off immediately up the middle, just met. Pursuit by, that's the household name, Slate Seacrest. Brody Hurst, 85 going at it. Got a little heavy out here on the edge, and 85's had a nice year. Jaden Ransom makes a lot of nice tackles.
Always interesting to see with Williamsport joining the Pennsylvania Heartland Athletic Conference, the PHAC. How do they respond to rivalry games in the conference?
Millionaires trips left. It's 2nd and 10. Elijah Way in the shotgun. He's going to go up top. Does he have time? He throws the screen. Caught by number 4, but read well in the flats. Paul Hale makes a great read in the flats. Comes up with that stingy 5-2 defense from safety position to make that tackle.
Dram Schroeder, number 4, been one of the leading receivers for Port all season long. But super play there. I do believe Elijah Jordan wanted to go deep initially, but saw it wasn't open, so took the little fling out to the right side, but super play there, Paul Hale.
You know, and like we talk about, reading that from the safety spot, getting up there was good, and then making that sure-handed tackle with not so good footing. 3rd down and 11 for Way in the shotgun. He's got trips left, single right, 34-yard line. He's looking deep. He's got a man in the flats. It's Redwell, gets turned around. Evan Snyder's there, and that just was an outside shoulder catch. He was looking inside, threw it outside. Snyder jawing a little bit. But, hey, good coverage by and large.
It's interesting that we see the same type of defensive lineup, really one-on-one coverage. You're looking for your offensive man to get some separation. That ball really thrown to the wrong side there. Didn't give the receiver, number 25, Williams, a chance to have a chance to make the catch. Evan Snyder drops back again with the punt from Johnson.
In comes Elijah. They're going to try to get some heat. Here they're coming like they did at Schick. Oh, they move up front. They're getting some heat. Oh, they just miss it. It's short. And you always know when the fans are screaming, you know, let it roll, let it roll. But, hey, under pressure, another low snap. Didn't go through the wickets that time. At least Johnson got the kickoff.
Well, the Bulldogs special teams last week got a punt block by Bo Seacrest that the Bulldogs turned into points in the first quarter, and then got a partial block again later in that ball game. So tried to put some pressure on there, forced another short punt for the Millionaires. Bulldogs take over at their own 41, 2:22 to go here, second quarter. You know they're looking to score again.
They got a single out here. They got a single right, 2 backs. Elijah Jordan under center. It's 1st and 10. They're going to go sit and go. Is he open? He's wide open. Oh, he just can't get turned around. Again, that's one of those slightly inside, but you know, on a dry night, that's a routine catch.
Yeah, it's a different look for Elijah Jordan, too, taking the snap under center and then having to drop back a few yards to make the throw. That one kind of slipped out of his hand a little bit. Wanted to throw it inside, kind of drifted to the outside, so incompletion on that initial. But that's a good try down the field for the Bulldogs.
Well, and the nice thing there, Evan Snyder did get some separation on 1st down, but give credit to open up that playbook a little bit. Hands off, Brody Hurst up the middle again. Brody Hurst gets brought down. 2-legged takedown there by number 34. He's made a lot of tackles this year. That's Anthony Manley, the 6'2 sophomore, listed at 240.
He's a solid player from that linebacker position. I tell you, really good height there at 6'2". Solid player for the Port defense.
Paul Hale out here with Bo Seacrest. Severino split wide to the right with Evan Snyder. Elijah's going to be in the gun here on 3rd down and 7 with Brody Hur to his right. Let's see if they run a draw or a delay. Bo Sechrist left to right to the trip side. They got Paul Hale all alone. Paul runs the post. Oh, and he lost his footing. There was initial bump in the route by the defensive back, which threw Paul off just a little bit balance-wise in that turf.
We saw that exact play on the other side of the formation go for a touchdown to Evan Snyder last week against Shikellamy. So tough for the offense, for the defense, because that offensive player, if he gets the inside and the quarterback sees him, he's open. Paul Hale not able to keep his footing there, so we'll bring up 4th and 7. Bulldogs will punt this one away. 1:37 to go here in the first half. Again, homecoming night here in Thompson Street Stadium. Rain continues. Wet one here tonight.
Into the game for the Bulldogs. That's number 41. We'll give him a shout out. That's Dalton Rarig. Brody Hur's going to punt this one. Oh, it hits a helmet. Is it returned? It's on the ground. That punt was so low. It came off the foot a little funky off Brody Hur.
Aiden Turner on the recovery for Williamsport. So the special teams turning around for the Bulldogs here. Port has a chance. 1:29 to go here. Taking over inside Bulldog territory at the own 44. Sorry, Nate.
No, you're good. No, I cut you off. But that's exactly right. We saw Johnson have a couple off the side of his hit. Same with Brody Hur there. They got some heat on him that time. Williamsport not quitting. They want to at least get some points. They got a good field goal kicker too. Elijah Way in the shotgun single back. Trips right again to the jumbo package. The snap never gets back. I'm looking for the snap, Doug, and I see it on the ground.
A really solid job there by number 23, Whaley Berry, to recover that football, because, boy, the Bulldogs were really digging after that. Loss of maybe a yard on the play, 2nd and long. Williamsport going to think about this one a little more, take the timeout with 1:13 to go, 2nd quarter.
Yeah, and right now the Dogs, they obviously don't want to give a score up. Alex Jackson coming out, looks like he got a hefty cinch sack on today. Everybody's going to look like a drowned rat inside that locker room. We look out here tonight. I don't know, Vince, you get a little shot up at the light towers right now. If you can get a little shot up there, you can see that rain just pounding down. You can't appreciate it. Check that out. Those of you watching, wherever you're watching from another state, another country.
It's coming in here too.
But it's even trying to get in the press box right now. We got a little makeshift tent over the camera, but reality is it's been coming down in buckets for the last hour and 15, hour and a half, and field's saturated, and so are the kids.
Halftime coming up, again sponsored by Weary's Pine Creek Inn, Route 44 North. Give them a call, 570-865-6630. Weary's Pine Creek Inn offers delightful dining experience, great menu, seafood, pasta, cheesesteaks, fillets. Go see them. And then Weary's Painting and Contracting. Give them a call, 570-398-4817.
Last night I had the lemon blueberry cheesecake up there. Ooh. Under center, Elijah Way. 2nd and 11. They're going to hand off. No, it's a fake. They're going to go up top. Screen, he's wide open. It's Elijah Jordan. Does he get there? He's into the end zone. Hats off to Williamsport. I said it. They were not going to quit. And once they got the field position, they weren't going to take knees. The screen to the open side of the field off the fake handoff. So it was nice. It was a little play action wrinkle. They went to the screen. The Dogs brought pressure, and Williamsport made them pay.
So the timeout works exactly as you want it to. If you're Williamsport, you take the timeout, dial up the play, and deliver on the screen pass, 45 yards for the score. Parker Johnson waiting for his holder to come out here to try and get their 7th point of the night. So still 1 minute remaining, 2nd quarter. Port shortens that lead, 27-6 at the moment.
Well, what was nice on that last pass play is they sent somebody deep vertical to take the safeties out of the play. That kick is up and drilled. It's good. That makes it 7-27. But, a lot of times you don't see a screenplay off play action, and that just kind of froze the backers. It froze the secondary, and by the time the screen was thrown, he had a wall of blockers. Elijah Jordan tried to get out there and penetrate that wall. Just wasn't able to. So the Millionaires punch one in here before halftime, and truthfully, that's a huge break for them.
Oh, absolutely huge play for Williamsport. Gives them momentum going into the break. Kai Payton on the reception there. catch and run on the screen, 45 yards for the first Williamsport score of the night. Shortens that lead 27-7. Bulldogs still lead. Again, 1 minute to go here before the break.
So Johnson shows off his leg on that PAT and why he's 8 for 8 on the season with field goals. His longest 35, but nonetheless, he's been responsible for a number of millionaire points this season. We talk about this, millionaires come in 4-1, and really could be 5-0. Played a tough game last week, lost the turnover battle to Selinsgrove, but both teams 4-1 tonight. 27-7 is the score, a minute left here in the second quarter. Johnson going to kick off. They don't have the hands team, and we'll see if they drill one to the front line or kick it deep. It's high, it's deep, it's going to be caught. Evan Snyder, does he get a block? Does he get a wall? Down the middle, he does. He breaks loose. And no flag. No flag, and they're piling on.
Good tough run there by Evan Snyder. Yeah, I thought there would be a horse collar on that play, but probably didn't have him around the neck. You can get him high as long as you don't put your hand literally on the back of the neck right there in that horse collar position. 47.8 seconds ago, nice return by Snyder just inside the Bulldog 45-yard line. You know they're going to take at least 1 or 2 shots down the field.
Well, we've seen the Dogs score 28 points in 2 minutes, so we'll see if they decide to go to the air arsenal. 47.8 to go. Jordan fakes the handoff. It's a reverse. Evan Snyder has a wall. Doesn't get outside. Good job. He had a wall, but the one block that was missed was 26. In on the tackle is Aiden Turner.
Yeah, really solid job from the backside there by Turner to hold that to a nice game, but not the game that the Bulldogs hope for on that first down territory. But Jersey Shore takes the timeout, 36 seconds to go.
Well, he gets outside of Aiden Turner. He's off to the races, and it was just he squeaked through. There was one missed block. So we talk about reps. We talk about getting downfield, and the receivers for the Bulldogs this year have done an exceptional job of blocking downfield.
Well, there you can see where the turf became a factor because Snyder really couldn't get up to full speed until he got fully around the corner, and that gave enough time for the defensive player for Williamsport to come in and make a nice play. Bulldogs 2nd and 5. Again, 36 seconds to go before the break.
I'll tell you right now, even with 36 to go, I like the Elijah Jordan draw. You know, if he can get north and south and get a wrinkle, he's off to the races. Trips right. Fake the handoff. They're going to go immediately to the flats. Does Evan Snyder get a block? He does get a block from Severino. Gets down to the outside. Does he get out of bounds? No, but he gets a first down, so the clock will stop momentarily.
Nice job there. Evan Snyder kind of picking his way after getting the pass from Jordan. I'm sure they have several plays called through the Bulldogs, getting ready to set up. Carson Watkins coming over to this side.
Good call, good call. They will have some reps here. Twins left, twins right. Elijah Jordan's going to roll left. He's got a man wide open. It's Carson Watkins. Nobody there. Carson Watkins, it was broken coverage. They did not have a man to account for Carson Watkins. He stood there with 20 yards of separation from the get-go.
And we saw that go for a touchdown earlier in the season to Carson Watkins, about a 35-yarder. Elijah Jordan kind of zoned in on Paul Hale. Almost an interception there by Williamsport.
They're smart. They run it again. Wide open. It's picked off. Nice job by Williamsport. And the result of that is the Dogs call that out. Yep.
Tevin Williams, number 11, solid job there. Stayed in good inside position for Williamsport. Able to make the interception 6.2 seconds ago. So the Bulldogs take a couple shots down the field. Williamsport comes up with the interception. Probably going to take a knee here on this play, but you never know. Might say, hey, we'll take a stretch down the field, see if we can get something happening here in the last couple seconds.
Well, and not to rain on anybody's parade, but boy, the Dogs missed a couple of golden opportunities. They had receivers wide open, and we go back to are they able to see outside the tackle box and see the receivers? But man, Carson Watkins was wide open. 1st and 10, 12-yard line for Elijah Way. He's under center. He's probably going to take a knee here. Long count. Hands off. Tailback. And he loses a yard or two. It's going to be the half. So a great first half. Williamsport scores late, not to be shut out. No goose egg on the board for them. 27-7 is the score. Bulldogs over the Millionaires. We'll be right back after this break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network and CentralPASports.com.
Dave Winkleman and the team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven are always one step ahead of their competition. Anchor, a full-service real estate company serving Lycoming, Clinton, and Center counties with top-level personnel that can help you buy or sell. Community-oriented, ready to help you when you need it. Anchor Realty, 57 Bellefonte Avenue, Lock Haven, 570-858-0777. Remember, home is where you drop your anchor.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
It's time for an insurance review. Every now and then you need to know you're getting the best coverage at the best price. So here's a phone number, 570-865-5191. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt will give you an overview and make recommendations on how you can protect yourself and your family. Auto, home, life, health, property, or business, it's Eberhardt State Farm. Available online at insurejerseyshore.com. Eberhardt State Farm, their new offices, 600 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Caring for customers with old school values. That's X-Agway in Jersey Shore. They have been providing home and ag products for decades. Lawn and garden, pets, wild birds, or supplies for around the home or farm. Make it X-Agway. 8 till 5 weekdays till noon Saturday. 112 Harris Street in Jersey Shore. 570-398-2770 for X-Agway in Jersey Shore.
Everything you need in one place. Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore. Now your first choice for great hot food, breakfast sandwiches, bagels, French toast sticks, boneless wings, hash browns, garbage fries, and taco wraps. PA lottery tickets and skill games and ATM fresh-made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound, snacks, candy, slushies, and more. All at Jiffy Market. Everything you need in one place. Across from the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. Stop and shop. Jiffy Market in Delhi.
A proud supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, TLC Fuels is a family-owned local business. Established in 1998, TLC Fuels serves residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. From fuel oil to diesel fuel and gasoline, TLC Fuels has thrived on a consistent dedication to you and your family. Call 570-753-5722 today.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection, auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance, annuities too. Get a great price and the service you expect from your local Erie agent, Fager Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 57 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. Call 570-748-3570 to get a free quote. Fager Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank, but did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
B.A. Meixel is a local residential and commercial electrical contractor. With over 14 years serving central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built up relationships with hundreds of home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading guarantees. 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Reliable. That word sums up Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore. Stocked and ready to go for fall and winter, Hollick's Coal and Oil is a phone call away. 570-398-1190. A fixture in the community for the last 74 years, Hollick's Coal and Oil will fill you up shortly after you call. Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190.
Always supporting the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, it's the Twilight Diner in Loganton, open 7 days and featuring a full menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daily specials. So good, people ask for their food by name, and they bring that great taste on the road with the Twilight Diner on wheels. And now at this area's newest venue for weddings, reunions, and gatherings, Miller's Barn in Tylersville. Hold your next event in the middle of Amish country. Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, Loganton, 570-725-3911 for takeout.
Fred Ham Disposal has proudly served the community with residential and commercial trash removal for the last 55 years. They're a family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers, providing extensive trash removal and recycling options. Their fleet of trucks provide reliable pickup service, and they give you a chance to pay your bill online. Fred Ham Disposal, here for you. Call 570-398-1814. Fred Ham Disposal.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Doug Byerly, Nate Carpenter back at halftime. Again, it's homecoming here at Thompson Street Stadium at Jersey Shore High School. The Bulldogs from Jersey Shore lead 27-7 over the Millionaires of Williamsport. Extended halftime here tonight, 20 minutes compared to the normal 15. So we'll do some stats first. We'll give you the homecoming king and queen when it is announced, and then after a break, we'll come back with the out-of-town scoreboard. On the offensive side for the Bulldogs, rushing offense has been the key tonight. Bo Sechrist, 5 carries for 31. Brody Herr, 16 carries for 153, including that 75-yard burst to set up the second touchdown of the night. He has those 2 TDs, one from 15 and one from 4. Elijah Jordan, 8 carries for 53 and 2 TDs as well, both 1 yard. Snyder also has a 1 carry for 5 yards on the reverse. So the rushing attack has been the story of the ball game thus far, has not been thus far in the season, but has been so tonight. Through the air, Elijah Jordan, solid, 2 for 10, 45 yards, but has the 1 interception there right before the half. So the receiving, obviously, very short. Paul Hale has 1 attempt, but Elijah Jordan has both catches for 45 yards, including the long of 40 on the pitch and catch. On the defensive side for the Bulldogs, as always, a good number of players in on tackles. Bo Sechrist leads the way with 5 unassisted. Elijah Jordan has 3. Luke Thompson with 3. Brody Herr with 2. Landon Rea with 1, Slate Sechrist with 2, Owen Vandruff. Tackles for loss, so being a key. Bulldogs have 6 of them in the first half. Paul Hale with 1, Luke Thompson with 2, Landon Rea, Slate Sechrist, and Owen Vandruff all with 1. So really solid on the defensive side for the Bulldogs. Kudos to Jim Carpenter. Kudos to Coach Chris Davis with all of those stats. But thanks again to Jim Carpenter for the plays and the possession. So Jersey Shore ran 40 plays, only 28 for Williamsport. Time of possession pretty even, though. Jersey Shore with 11-24 in the first half. Williamsport with 12-36. But the Bulldogs have converted those much more on the scoreboard. Bulldogs, again, lead 27-7. Again, we'll get the homecoming king and queen announcement. Hey, we're going to stay for it right here. So we got the queen. We'll wait to announce it till they do the king. Maybe they don't do a king. I'm not sure. Sarah Byers. Hope I'm saying that right. Sarah Byers, homecoming queen announcement for the Bulldogs. So I don't think they do a king, so they must only do a homecoming queen for the Bulldogs. Again, homecoming here, Jersey Shore, Thompson Street Stadium, and boy, it's nice. The rain has finally stopped after raining pretty heavy all throughout that first half. Just a little bit of mist, maybe, our cameraman Vince Lee says, but boy, for the most part, it has stopped. Hopefully we'll get a much drier second half. So homecoming queen, Sarah Byers. Is that correct? Byers with a B. Got the correction there from Paul Hale and his daughter as well. Sarah Byers, 2024 homecoming queen for the Jersey Shore Bulldog football homecoming ceremony. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Second half action coming up. Bulldogs lead 27-7. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network, Bear 999 on YouTube, and CentralPASports.com.
Get ready to hit the road with these great trips this fall through Susquehanna Trailways. On the 23rd, experience the Williamsport Fair. October 1st is the Fall Foliage Train Ride. On the 3rd, the Covered Bridge and Arts Festival, and every October Saturday, ride the Pine Creek Trail to and from Wellsboro. Make sure you're on the mailing list. Update your mailing address. Check the Susquehanna Trailways Facebook page and website for more information about these trips and others throughout October through Susquehanna Trailways.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your local Erie agent is Brigandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley. Get a quote today.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Time for Corn Maze Fun. Pine Creek Seed Farm Corn Maze now open weekends through November 4th. This weekend it's the Sportsman's Fest, and every Friday is Glow Night. Hear and watch Jersey Shore and Montoursville football on the big screen. Enjoy Troy Love on stage Saturday afternoon and axe throwing all weekend. Sundays it's themed trivia. Bulk of your entry fee this week goes to the Jersey Shore Middle School PTO. Corn Maze Weekends, Pine Creek Seed Farm, 33 Seeds Lane, just off of the Pine Creek exit, Route 220, Jersey Shore. Now is the time to reserve space for your pup at Sweet Dreams Pet Resort on Sunrise Lane in Mill Hall for this fall and winter. Individual indoor suites for your best friend featuring raised dog beds, grooming on site, air conditioning, radiant heat, and outdoor playground. Take advantage of weekday doggy daycare 570-377-0340. Fully licensed and insured, fully staffed on-site security at all times. Online at SweetDreamsPetResort.com. Find us on Facebook, Sweet Dreams, where we treat your dog like family.
Your destination for Kubota is Dodder Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64. Soon the cool down will begin and fall chores will be the order of the day. Dodder Equipment knows that and has a fantastic selection of Kubotas in stock to handle everything from mowing grass to pushing snow. Kubota has the best quality equipment from tractors of all sizes, side-by-sides, track hoes, skid steer loaders, and even farm equipment. For everything from Kubota, visit Dodder Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Doug Barley, Nate Carpenter back. Still halftime here, 8:33 to go. We're going to do a quick scoring recap, but we do want to make a correction. Again, the homecoming queen, Sarah Myers, not with a B, with an M, and we understand that's Zach Myers, number 72's sister. So Sarah Myers, homecoming queen 2024 for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Very quickly, again, kudos to Sean Hale for doing the scoring recap. Jersey Shore took a 7-0 lead, 8:32 to go here, first quarter, 10-play, 1-yard sneak by Jordan. On the TD, her PAT was good. Second score after the fumbled Williamsport punt snap, 15-yard run by Brody Herr on the next play, 2:27 to go. Her PAT was no good, and Shore led 13-0. They extended the lead. 9-play drive, 4-yard run by her. Extra point was good. Shore extended at 9:17 in the second quarter, 20-0. Extended it again, 3:58 to go, 1-yard run. Sneak on the TD by Jordan. Her PAT good. Shore led 27-0, but Williamsport did not go down. 44-yard touchdown on the screen by Peyton, and the PAT by Johnson was good, and that is the halftime score, 27-7. Jersey Shore. So we'll do the out-of-town scoreboard again, brought to you all season long by Susquehanna Trail Race for all your group transportation needs, from tours to charters to school buses. Contact Susquehanna Transit 570-322-5361. Get on the bus with Susquehanna Transit out-of-town scoreboard. Danville going to stay undefeated, I think, 21-0 over Southern Columbia. Danville really solid. Shamokin in a tight one at Sealer's Grove, but the Indians lead 9-7. Great game. Loyalsock against undefeated Williamsport, tied at the half at 7. Lewisburg. Yep, thank you very much. Mount Carmel rolling over Hughesville, 35-0. Red Tornadoes solid again this year. Boy, Mifflinburg going to get a solid win, 35-0 over Milton. Milton's banged up this year, have a lot of guys out. Great game, high scoring. Warrior Run 36, North Penn Mansfield 24. Both teams like to throw the football a little bit. Bellefonte with a really solid first half, leading Bald Eagle area 14-6. in the second quarter. Montoursville 28-0 over Central Columbia. You can hear that game, Nick Severini, on the Bear Country Sports Network. Shikellamy shutting out Central Mountain at the half, 28-0. So the Braves on their way to their first win. Fort Hill from Cumberland, Maryland leads Hollidaysburg, who comes into the game at 5-0, 14-0. And obviously Coach Hale and Nate will see them next week on the road in Hollidaysburg. Stilton High Spire 21, Lime Mountain 7. That's a tough one for the Eagles. Muncie leads a good Montgomery team 21-0. Then Troy, boy, that's a tight one, more than you expect over Wyalusing Valley. Troy leads 14-6 at the half. And a baseball score, Cowanesque Valley 6-2 over Williamsport at the half. Bloomsburg 43, boy, Midwest, another tough season, 43-0 over the Mustangs. Dallas 24-14 over North Pocono. That would be a solid win. No score, Delaware bound, Abington Heights. Don't have a score. I think Scranton Prep is maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure about that. And then Bucktail, no score as well. So, again, thanks to Coach Hale, Out-of-Town Scoreboard, Susquehanna Trailways for all those group transportation needs. Tours, charters, school buses. Give Susquehanna Trailways a call, 570-322-5361. Get on the bus with Susquehanna Transit. Again, homecoming festivities are over. Sarah Myers, sister of Zach Myers, number 72 on the Bulldog football team, homecoming queen 2024 here in Thompson Street Stadium. We'll take one more break before the teams come out. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network, Bear 999 on YouTube, and at CentralPASports.com.
Want to score big with your financial future? At Evergreen Wealth Solutions, we're the MVPs of financial planning, helping you tackle your goals with a winning strategy. Call Todd Rischel, Certified Financial Planner, and get in the game. Real people serving real people, we manage your assets as if they were our own. 570-601-6960, 570-601-6960. Let Todd Rischel be the quarterback of your financial planning strategy. Evergreen Wealth Solutions in Williamsport.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hey campers, Graham here from C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV. Don't store your old RV another winter. Save thousands on a new camper this fall, and we'll store it for free. We have a great selection of 2023 and 2024 models with end-of-season pricing. So buy now, and when you're ready to camp next spring, we'll have your new camper ready. Visit us in the beautiful Pine Creek Valley or browse online at chwaltzoutdoor.com. Adventure awaits at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Life moves pretty fast, and so does technology. So we should be proud that after over 40 years, Reese's Print Shop in Lock Haven still provides excellent work for everyone in Bear Country. So many other print shops have closed their doors, but Randy Reese still offers digital and offset printing at competitive prices, and they're fast. Reese's Print Shop, 70 Main Street, Lock Haven. Stop in, email randy@reesesprintshop.com or call 570-748-6528. Reese's Print Shop. See what we can do for you or your company.
Check it out, the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. At Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. New and existing customers can trade in any phone from one of our top brands in any condition for the new iPhone 16 Pro with Unlimited Ultimate. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, we're back. There's about 3 minutes, just inside of 3 minutes before the second half starts here And you heard it at halftime. Some out-of-town scores, some stats, and how we got here. Bulldogs up 27-7 again. Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. We're here live at Thompson Street. I want to give a shout-out to Nick Caprone tonight. I know you're tuning in. He does so much for pediatric cancer. This being Pediatric Cancer Month, we always like to talk about a feel-good story. Check out the Facebook profile. Nick does so many appearances as the man in green, the Incredible Hulk, and does a lot of things down in the Philadelphia area. Birthday parties, get-togethers, fundraisers. Again, Nick Caprone, check him out. So awesome to hear the feel-good stories of how Jersey Shore is touching so many lives. And again, we continue to pray for your son and his complete healing. And that's the halftime. A minute to go here before we kick off. Again, tell us where you're tuning in from. We'd love to get to know you. Again, if you click the link and subscribe, you'll get updates about the YouTube platform and how you can watch future games here on Bear Country Sports and CentralPASports.com. Some great games going on in the area. I didn't catch the score there for the Shamokin Selinsgrove game. Where were they at halftime?
9-7 Indians. Yeah, low scoring. Sean gave some stats as Selinsgrove as well. Looks like the Seals have been able to run the football pretty consistently. Indians have not been able to throw the football a whole lot in that ball game, so that's turned into a good one. Shamokin on the road. They still lead over Selinsgrove 9-7. That's a good one. And the weather definitely has affected some of the other ones. A real surprise, Bellefonte leading Bald Eagle area at the half. I tell you, Tony Confer has that team playing really, really well. Nice to see Bellefonte back having a competitive season, competitive team on the field.
Yeah, and we talk about that week in and week out. You got to bring your lunch pail. You got to show up. You know, you don't win games by willing them for your team. You got to show up. You got to execute, and that's why Williamsport was able to put 7 on the board there before we went into halftime. You know, they got the blocked punt or the punt that went off Brody Herr's foot and off the helmet of Williamsport, which then turned into great field position right around midfield, and they went with a play-action play to the wide side of the field. It went to the screen, and it was to the house. So Williamsport's not going to lay down. Jersey Shore the second half. We'll see if they can get back to the ground and pound and where they had their most success in that first half.
So Joe's Equipment kickoff, again, with thanks to all of our sponsors. Country Berry Shack with the pregame, Joe's Equipment with the kickoffs, Weir's Pine Creek Inn, Route 44 North, and Weir's Painting and Contracting at the halftime, out-of-town scoreboard, Susquehanna Transit. And then coming up here, we'll talk more in the second half, our player of the game, brought to you by Todd Rissell and Evergreen Wealth Solutions. They manage your assets as if they were their own. 570-601-6960 for Evergreen Wealth Solutions and Todd Rissell in Williamsport. Coming up, our player of the game. Brody Herr teeing it up for our Joe's Equipment kickoff. Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Visit Aaron and her staff for all your equipment needs. Steel products, parts, and service for all your outdoor projects. Give them a call, 570-398-1391.
Brody Herr to kick off the second half. This one's short. It's going to hit the turf. Where does it roll? Tough bounce, picked up at the 15, out to the 20, 25, pushed out of bounds is number 23, Kair Whaley on the field position out to about the 30-yard line. We'll see where the officials mark this one. It's going to be 1st and 10, Millionaires to start the second half here.
So if you're Port, you get the ball to start the second stanza, third quarter. You need to do something, put together another drive or a big play like they got on that 45-yard screen pass to get them on the board just before the half.
1st and 10. Elijah Way in a shotgun. They're going to go singles left and right. They're getting away from the jumbo package. We'll see if they don't come out the second half with a little bit more aerial assault down 27-7. 1st and 10. Long count. Hands off immediately to Whaley. Up the middle. He's met initially. Coming up off the pile. We'll get a number for you here real quick. I believe that's Bo Sechrist. So Bo Sechrist came like a dart, shot out of a cannon. Got about 2 yards deep, but for the initial contact, pickup of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Millionaires.
And weather has basically cleared. Just a little mist here to start the third quarter.
So Williamsport looking to get the ground going. We'll see if they go play action here. 2nd and 8. Meet to the flats. Tipped by Severino. And we talk about that fingertip. The Dogs, I remember the Connor Davis era. We remember Tate Sechrist coming off the edge last year. Always getting their hands up.
Severino really has done a solid job. I want to give an update on a score. Thank you, Dave Stratton. Montoursville extends that lead 28-0 over Central Columbia. Again, tune that in on the Bear Country Sports Network. Nick Severini on the call.
Williamsport right now. They got a jumbo package in here. They got no quarterback. They're going to go Wildcat, 3rd and 8. 45 carries it, tries to get outside, and they just stone him. So a pickup of a couple, some extracurriculars late. Luke Thompson wants a flag, and this is the last thing the Bulldogs need to see as they get chippy.
So we don't have a 45 on the roster. Not sure who that ball carrier was. We apologize for that, but he comes up a little limping after a hard series there for the Bulldogs, but Williamsport comes up 5 yards short on that, 4th and 5. Johnson in to punt this one away. Evan Snyder falls deep.
Yeah, and on 3rd and 8 to go Wildcat, that's gutsy. Johnson boomed one for almost 60, but it went into the end zone. It's a low, but he gets this one off. It's returnable. Does Evan Snyder get it? He does. He doesn't break away. Nice tackle on the play by number 12, Giovanni White.
And White is a player that has done some nice things offensively, but really hasn't been a factor in the ball game, but makes a nice play there on the special team. So Bulldogs take over. First offensive series for them in quarter number 3, 10:22 to go. A lead by 20, 27-7.
Do the Bulldogs get into the fast car? Boy, they ran quick with that running game, just like Del Val did to close the game out there before Jersey Shore was able to clinch that in week 2, 14-10. Elijah Jordan under center, 1st and 10, hands of the second back. Push, he's churning, but great wrap-up. Williamsport, nice tackle after a pickup of a couple. See where the officials spot that. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the Williamsport defense. Overall, they're pretty solid up front. The linebackers are very good, just like Jersey Shore. They run to the football.
It is 2nd down and 7. Elijah Jordan under center. It's the counter. There's a hole. Bo Sechrist gets a couple before contact, and that's usually a gain of 4 to 5. We'll see where they spot this one. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
They have marked at 3rd and 2.
Handoff up the middle. The pile moves. Looks like it's going to be close. Boy, we'll see where they spot it. It's at the line. If it's at the line to gain, it looks like it's probably a 1st down. We'll see.
Yeah, and the sticks do move. Nice job there by the running back. Bo Sechrist kind of hopped over the line to pick up that 1st down, keep this drive alive.
So the Bulldogs go to the grounded pound. It's enough for a 1st down. We'd say 3 yards in a cloud of dust tonight, but there's no dust in the air with this rain. 1st and 10, 9:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up 27-7. Officials trying to get this play clock reset. Play clock's, there it is. Elijah Jordan under center, pro eye, singles left and right, hands off to the second back. Brody Herr keeps them moving. I'll tell you what, the Bulldogs are going to be tough if they can get 3 to 4 a carry here.
Well, something they've been searching for all season long. Consistent running game, really following behind. Again, Owen Vandruff, Zach Myers, Dubs Bloom, Mason Larson, Slate Sechrist up front for the Bulldogs. Offensive line doing a really nice job tonight.
Bulldogs content with a few yards on each carry. Elijah Jordan hands to the second back. That's Brody Herr. He gets outside. He's got track speed. He's caught from behind. Nice tackle on the play in the open field.
Number 10, Kai Johnson. He's a solid player. Took the play action pass 45 yards on the screen for the touchdown, but he is really good from that linebacker position.
1st down and 10. Elijah under center, hands off to Brody Herr. Again, they're just getting physical. 45, we talked about him being the ball carrier. We don't have a name and a number.
Yeah, I'm not sure if somebody maybe changed jersey numbers because, boy, that looks like number 34, but 34 is in the ball game for Williamsport.
2nd down and 8. They're going to go up top. Paul Hale wide open, gets the catch. Can he make a man miss? Down the side. Just caught from behind again. Shoestring tackle from the backside of the jersey. I'll tell you, that's a tough play. When you're a corner like that, you don't make that tackle, you're done.
Samir Williams, nice one-on-one matchup there with Paul here, but the Bulldogs do convert on that key screen. Really their best passing play throughout the season thus far.
32-yard line under center, 1st and 10. It's the toss right. Brody Herr, does he have some blockers? He cuts it back. Gain of a couple. Ball's out. They're going to call him down, but boy, I'll tell you what. That ball looked like it was out early.
The Bulldogs would have recovered. Bo Seekers right behind Brody Herr on that play. Johnny on the spot, but the referees do blow that whistle early. Nice pickup on first down, though. 6 yards.
2nd down and 4. It's the power I. Single left and right. It's the counter off the left side. 34 there. Boy, he's stout. Anthony Manley, we talk about him only being a sophomore. He's made a lot of tackles tonight.
He's very good, probably double-digit tackles already in the ball game for Manley. Really solid on that play.
So 3rd down and 4. Singles left is Paul Hale. Evan Snyder to the right. Pro I is going to go to Paul Hale. Elijah Jordan rolls right into the pursuit. Just one of those plays where the last place you wanted to go was where the Williamsport Millionaires were, and unfortunately, he sat down for a significant loss. Going to bring up 4th and 7.
Ransom, number 85, in on that sack of Elijah Jordan. Bulldogs will go for it here on 4th and long.
Elijah Jordan's going to roll right. Again, Evan Snyder. Caught in the flats, just out past the sticks. We'll see if that's enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
I think they marked it already. Referee on this side waved in front. That's a nice conversion on 4th and long for the Bulldogs. Elijah Jordan buying time for the completion.
And that was Bo Sechrist in the flats, according to the public address. Wow, big first down for the Dogs. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. Botched handoff. It's Brody Herr up the middle. Ooh, he just about got there. You talk about that, just caught by the ankle.
Manley on the heels of Brody Herr. Boy, he has burst through really solid. Brody Herr probably approaching 200 yards on the night.
Herr's been a weapon tonight. Hands off again to Herr. Herr says, hey, I need to hydrate. Caught in the backfield there. They're not going to give him the first down. We'll see. Didn't need much.
Solid push inside there by number 77, Allison for Williamsport.
3rd down and 1. Up top. Oh, they're going to go up top. Pressure. Elijah Jordan trying to get it away. Throws it downfield. Open, but out of bounds was Paul Hale. Boy, Jordan, I tell you, was so close to eating a sack there, but able to finagle himself in such a way to just get that pass off and not. And when you think about it, 3rd and 1 could have been 4th and long.
Well, you know they had already made the decision to go for it on 4th down.
They're going to push it. I don't know if Elijah got there. He took a loss. That's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going the Williamsport way. That is a big, big play for this Millionaire defense.
Number 26, Aiden Turner, able to come in and turn it up. But, boy, the inside, they just stuffed the Bulldog line after marching down the field. Nice, solid drive, but those last 2 plays, Williamsport turns them away, so they get the momentum back on the Williamsport side of the field. See what they can do here on the offensive side. 27-7, Bulldogs lead, 5:20 to go here, 3rd quarter.
Well, when you think about it, when they vacated the run, the straight-ahead running game and went to a little bit more rollout, it cost them. But, again, you can't become one-dimensional, so you're going to try some things offensively. So right now, Williamsport on their own 11. We'll see if they can avoid the big turnover and get some field position here. Elijah Way in the shotgun, single left and right. He's going to go up top. He's going to say, who's going to go? Oh, nearly picked off. I don't know whether that hit the turf.
Looked like it was batted 2 or 3 times by that interior line. Well, that's a good matchup, 1-on-1. Evan Snyder against Dam Schrouder, number 4. That's where they were looking to go on that 1-on-1 play down the sidelines just in front of the Williamsport bench.
Yeah, it almost looked like volleyball for a second there inside the tackle boxes. Tipped a couple of times. Nobody able to come down with that before it hit the turf. So incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Again, Elijah Way tonight trying to get something going through the air. Trips bunch left, single right. 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a buff snap. He's going to try to get to the ball to the flats. Out there is Evan Snyder. Evan just comes up and makes a big play. You can tell they're trying to get footing out there. That ended up almost like a pair of dominoes falling at the same time. So good coverage by Snyder. You talked about that, Doug. In fact, he's really been the guy isolated on the lone receiver side, and that's a tough matchup. 3rd down and 8. The Millionaires behind the chains here. Single back. Trips bunch to the right. Single left. See if they go to the wide side here. Rolls right. Back to the screen. And it's in the end zone.
Wow, no signal by the official. They are definitely going to talk to each other. The referee looking to the sideline. Now the penalty comes. That's got to be a safety.
Well, here's what I think. I think they're going to call. Well, we'll see. It's either going to be intentional grounding or a safety.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying I'm saying if the grounding was on the 1 yard line, they're going to call it grounding. We'll see.
Yeah, so official Kerry Latchaw from the Susquehanna chapter. So that is grounding against Williamsport. So it's loss of down.
Yeah, I thought he tried to throw that around the 2.
So they didn't call it in the end zone. So they mark it, just outside the goal line. So Williamsport lucky there. No matter, going to have to punt it away. Elijah Jordan right outside the 50-yard line.
And at this point, I don't know if you'd rather give the 2 away or the potential 6. But Evan Snyder, I mean, he's back. He's clear back. He's 55 yards, 60 yards deep here, all alone. Do the Dogs bring heat? Long snap, long count. Snaps back towards the end zone. The ball's away. It's short. Evan Snyder coming in. Look up at the lights. Lets it hit. Does make the catch and takes it down. Not really risk the rollout there. So the Bulldogs, good field position. But give Johnson credit from the end zone line. Gets that out 40 yards.
Really nice job. Boy, he had super height. We would have got a little more length on that. Would have been a tremendous punt. But the Bulldogs will take that short field. Not nearly as much as in the past couple of years where Jersey Shore operated on short fields almost every drive, it seemed, in ball games. This is one of the first shorter fields that they've operated on in 2024.
Shout out to Herky Shirky, class of 73. We see you're watching tonight. Jeff Corson at Center City Oval. All right, thank you. In the gun, Elijah Jordan trips left, single right. He's going to roll right. They're going to option. He keeps it. Gets north and south. Makes a man miss. Cuts it vertical. Back to the outside. Again, that's a high tackle. But, again, no horse collar. He avoided it. Boy, 45's tough. I'm going to try to get a name on 45.
In along with Manley on the assist. Oh, gotcha. Bailey, number 5, switched to number 45. We saw Bailey in on a number of tackles. Held Elijah Jordan only to a gain of 3.
Thanks to Doc Massey on the call. Elijah Jordan's going to roll right. He's going to keep the option. He does pitch it. Bo Sechrist, stiff arms. Oh, and another good tackle.
Have to be impressed with Williamsport in the open field. They're very sure-handed. They get their hands on you, and they bring you down. But that's a nice option run there with Bo Sechrist. That may be the first time he's run as a back in the option all season long.
Yeah, Bo Sechrist keeping a nice pitch relationship there with Elijah Jordan. Here's Jersey Shore, though, again. 3rd and 2. And it looks like they're going to go with the push again. Oh, and he's still running. Elijah able to get off the right side of that line that time. Gets a couple. That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. So it didn't work on 4th down, but it works here on 3rd.
That's a nice job there by Elijah Jordan to kind of pop out to the right side after the Port defensive line kind of held that all up.
First down and 10, straight eye. Hands off to the second back. Brody hurries up the middle. Boom! He's met again by Bailey. Boy, Bailey looks bigger than number 45.
He does look
I just looked over.
Well, it's twice as wide. He's got 2 numbers.
I look over at Chris Massey, Sports Writer of the Year, West Branch Hall of Fame, I think, too. Hey, shout out to Coach Tom Gravish. We know that you don't need affirmation or confirmation, but on the West Branch Hall of Fame, nod yourself this week, head coach. On the turf, Elijah Jordan scrambles. He's going to try to get back to the left, and he does. Down around the left side, 30, cuts back to the 25, reaches forward, nearly loses the football. That play seemed to last 5 minutes.
Good sportsmanship there between the two teams, helping Elijah Jordan off. But, boy, the scramble all over the field for Elijah Jordan. You can see his athleticism on those type of plays.
He is. And you know, if you've never, met Elijah Jordan up close, he's not very tall, but, boy, he's built like a fire hydrant. Rolls to the right. Evan Snyder sits down in the flats, just underthrown, and that was a wet football.
Yeah, a little bit wet football, and got a little bit of pressure there by number 55 for Williamsport. Caleb Way Not sure if he got to Elijah in time, but again, Bulldogs going to go for it here. A little bit too far for the Brody Herr field goal attempt. They'll go for it on 4th and about. They do have it marked as 5.
And the Bulldogs really not able to get any trickery the second half, not converting the last 4th down. It's a 4th and 5 here, not a 4th and 1. Elijah Jordan's going to look over the middle. He's going to scramble. He's pressured. He's going to get the first down and more. Down inside the 20. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. And the difference there is he made a decision earlier, didn't scramble or scamper in that backfield and got north and south.
Yeah, once you got the pressure that kind of caved to the inside, didn't get to Elijah Jordan, easy one, tucked it away. Picks up a nice first down. Number 64, Braden Swales Jr. in the ball game on that offensive line for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10, 13-yard line. Elijah Jordan's going to roll right. He's going to pitch it. Brody Herr, he's trying to get to the pylon. 5, inside, makes a man miss. That could be fumbled. And if that's fumbled through the end zone, it's a touchback.
I think he's going to mark him down at the 1.
Wow, that's another. We talked about the grounding in the end zone, and we talk about that. If that's fumbled through the end zone, it's a touchback.
Yep. Yeah, he marked him out at the 1.
So in other words, he was down or marked out at the 1, so the fumble is at the 1. Here we go back to the push from behind. Timeout. Coach Pearson, he wants to talk to the officials about that, but they're not going to review that. There's no high school review. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. So,
and thank goodness for that. The review at the college and particularly at the pro level, my oh my, that is just tedious.
Well,
these days.
You have enough time to hit the local grocery store, Price Chopper, wherever you shop, Wise Markets, wherever, and make a meal.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm really super glad that hasn't trickled down to the high school level, because with the video and all of that we have today, you could probably do it if you really would want to, but don't want to see that at the high school level. Yeah, that was questionable. On the far side, Bo Seacrest is definitely near the sidelines. Of course, we could not see if he stepped out of bounds, but that's what the official marked. Stepped out of bounds before the fumble, just outside the goal line.
Yeah, that would be it. But his second attempt at the goal line, he was already out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. And, well, I'll tell you what, Williamsport's done a really nice job of bottlenecking these tush pushes in the past couple attempts. Elijah Jordan, hands off to Bo Seacrest. Oh, and big block up front by Swales.
That's a super job, Braden Swales. Came in at the right guard, and they moved Owen Vandra from guard out to tackle to give Zach Myers Bailey in on the tackle. But, wow, I tell you, Braden Swales driving into the end zone. Bo Seacrest scores from 1 yard out, 1:32 to go here, third quarter. Bulldogs extend the lead.
And the rain might not be coming down as hard the second half, but, boy, the ground is truly saturated. So that's a nice touchdown for the Bulldogs. Fumbled snap. Elijah Jordan's just going to throw this one up. Oh, and over the outstretched hands of Bo Seacrest, who tried to get that 2 points. I'm not sure if they would have had a lineman downfield or not, but that's 1 minute, 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A nice big wind right now, too, coming from the Allegheny to Thompson Street side of the field. Williamsport looking to get something started here. Their only touchdown on the play-action screen pass to the left side that did get taken to the house for about 50 yards to end the first half. They need some points, and they need some points quick.
Have to give kudos to the Bulldog defense. They've really been pretty solid other than that play-action screen pass, 45 yards for the touchdown just before the break. Again, our kickoff's coming up here from Brody Herr's Toe, sponsored again by Joe's Equipment, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Visit Aaron and our staff. Steel products, parts, and service for all your outdoor project needs. Give Joe's Equipment a call, 570-398-1391. We really appreciate that sponsorship. Kickoffs all season long, Joe's Equipment.
I love seeing Brody Herr. Every game he's got something dirty hanging off him. You know what I mean? He's gritty. I mean, you talk about the extra point game. You talk about the kicking game, the punting game. Plays linebacker, plays tailback, and just one of the heartbeats of this team. And it just does me good to see these kids leading by example. This one squibbed. And to be honest with you, the Dogs are completely comfortable with kicking the ball out of bounds, and Williamsport will once again take over on their own 35-yard line. trying to get something started here in the second half. And Williamsport's really got to pull out some different plays in the playbook. They're not going to be able to continue to run the ball between the tackles. If they want to score, they're going to have to figure this out. Williamsport, not surprising to me, they're going to be kicking this one over again because it appears Jersey Shore was offsides.
Yes, they'll drop them down 5 yards on that play, right? They'll drop them down to the 35, although the officials haven't marked that yet, but the Bulldogs are dropping back a little bit. Yep, and Brody's going to take that tee and say, nope, we're going to go back 5. Brody Hurst still waiting for the ball from the officials, just trying to get everybody lined up. First time we've seen that, Nate, all season where the team said, hey, we want you to re-kick that. We'll take the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and really, remember Mercilensgrove last year asked the Dogs to kick, I believe it was 3 times over, and boy, 15 yards is 15 yards. Brody Hurst kicks this one off. This one's down and squibbed, and it's going to roll out, take a weird hop out to the 25, 30. He's got some greenery. Pushed out of bounds by Elijah Jordan, who holds up, does the smart thing on that play. Good block as well from the Millionaires. Millionaires have great field position. We'll see where the officials spot this one. It's going to be roughly the 44-yard line. Minute 25, 33-7 is the score. 1st and 10 for the Millionaires. Elijah Way in the shotgun, single back to his right. Jumbo trips package to his right. No handoff. Up top, they're going vertical. 17 open. Evan Snyder's there. But literally, first time all night, 17. Aiden Everett able to get some separation from Snyder, who's been jawing a little out here on the edge.
Everett's got nice size for a receiver. They have only looked his way that one time on that play tonight. A little bit surprised that Williamsport passing offense isn't a little bit more sophisticated because if they can spread you out, they have the athletes that could do some damage.
Well, and the reality was when they went play action in that screen, it froze people. Like, I don't know why more people don't do play action with a simple first hot read because the Millionaires, Elijah Way has a decent arm and some speedy receivers. I formation, 2nd and 10. He's going to roll right. No play action. Tries to hit 19. In and out of the hands of Lucas Naughton. He's done some great things defensively. We see him come out to the slot receiver.
Brody Hurst right there on the defense for the Bulldogs. That 5-2 defense really has been solid. Again, other than that 45-yard play action screen pass, Bulldogs have not given up a whole lot of yardage to a pretty nice offensive team for Williamsport. This is the first time that they've really been shut down throughout almost 3 quarters this season.
And, you know, nights like tonight, when you get wet, you go into halftime, you come out, it's really easy to get, you know, kind of hypnotized, to fall asleep at the wheel. Bulldogs want to dial this up. Williamsport wants to make something happen. They're going to go to the post route. Good coverage that play by Carson Watkins. Literally was able to shield the receiver from that ball. Excellent coverage, Carson Watkins on the outside edge.
Yeah, it's nice to hear Carson's name because, you know, he's kind of gotten out of the mix on the offensive side, but he's been really solid. People forget, I mean, in this 5-2 defense with the pressure that Alex Jackson calls on his players, these pass defenders are out there one-on-one on almost every play. Really nice job there.
Well, the 5-2, as you just said, demands so much of the secondary. Johnson in, number 33, Parker. He's punting here on 4th down and 10 from his own 44. Paul Hale tries to get pressure. This one's off the side of his foot again. Not the night for net yardage for the average. Down at the 38-yard line.
While we've seen Johnson really get some lengthy kicks off and really had nice height on that one out of his end zone, but more often than not, the wet ball early and then the pressure really caused that errant punt there by Johnson. So the Bulldogs, pretty nice field position. Again, still in their own territory, actually inside the 40-yard line, marked it at the 38.
Third quarter almost coming to an end here, just under a minute. Elijah Jordan throws the ball to the flats. It's caught. Gets a break. Gets some nice blocking down on the edge. He could be gone. Evan Snyder down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Evan Snyder. And that was all because of the quick delivery and the blocking on the outside edge of the receivers. We talked about them blocking, and the Selinsgrove, when they came to town, their commentators were talking about the blocking in the secondary at Jersey Shore, and that's the difference on that play.
Super job. Blocking, participated in the play, even if you're not getting the football. Evan Snyder shows good speed. Williamsport a little bit deflated on that play. The pursuers kind of gave up around the 20. Evan able to kick away 63 yards on the scoring pass from Jordan.
And that's a big stat killer for the Bulldogs. That kick is drilled up through, and it's good. Let's go back to that. We talked about how the rain, you get damp, you go into halftime, it lulls you to sleep. And, so many times at this juncture of a game, it's not out of reach, but if you're the Bulldogs, you have a choice to put the nail in the coffin or just kind of exist and finish the game. And hats off to them going to that simple key screen or now screen and getting the blocks downfield. Not a difficult pass. So even under the elements tonight in the rain, a high percentage pass, really maybe 1 yard pass, and the rest is done by the feet of Evan Snyder.
Well, teams know that Jersey Shore is going to use that key screen play. They run it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a ball game. They're going to run it, but you have to stop it. If you come up and make the tackle, play's over. Yard or two gain or a loss, but when you don't make the tackle and those wide receivers do the blocking that they're instructed to do, you can break it in almost every play. And Evan Snyder, he runs so hard and showed the good speed as well.
And that drive started with 55 seconds to go, and there's 42 seconds to go. So just that quick, and that's the execution. And they practiced that play over and over and over again. And I'll be honest, first game of the year, Dallas executed that to perfection in the flats and nearly pulled that week 1 game off against the Bulldogs. Brody Herr kicking again, deja vu in the moment. Kickoffs all year long, brought to you by Joe's Equipment. Millionaires get on it, 27-yard line.
So Williamsport, they are looking for an answer here in the ball game. Nate, you just mentioned ball game not over. It's 40-7, but Port is going to have to put together some quick scoring drives. They certainly have the capability to do that, but really nice response here in the third quarter, particularly the second half of the third quarter by the Jersey Shore Bulldogs to extend their lead.
Elijah Way on this first down and 10 from his own 26. It's 40-7, 41 ticks to go in the third quarter. Single back to his right. Hands off up the middle. Met immediately by I believe that's number 62 for the Dogs. Owen Vandruff in on the lick. Dogs still have the first unit in. Watkins at the right corner, Paul Hale at the safety, Elijah Jordan left safety, Evan Snyder to the corner on the left side, Severino and Thompson are your defensive ends. Herr and Sechrist are your backers. Elijah Way in the shotgun, 2nd and 12, the loss of 2. He's going to go to the flats. Pressure's coming. He throws it up. Picked off. Evan Snyder going to the house. 20, 15, 10, cuts back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Just that quick. Way was pressured, threw off his back foot. It just seemed to hang in the air for an eternity, and Evan Snyder said, thank you.
Well, the home team, the Bulldogs, have seen where interceptions can come into play against Shamokin. Elijah Jordan had 3 of them, and so often throwing off that back foot when the pressure comes, you're just trying to get rid of the football. Not a good read there, obviously, by the quarterback for Williamsport, Elijah Way. Easy pick and run there. Only had to get by the quarterback. One move. Elijah Jordan takes it in. Last play of the third quarter. Bulldogs score again and extend that lead.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. This one's pure. Make that not pure. From this angle, take that point off the board. That's no good. Wide left. So that ends the third quarter. 46-7. Dogs up 39, and that brings us to the mercy rule. So continuous clock here with 12 minutes to go in the last quarter here for the Bulldogs.
We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network and CentralPASports.com.
Get involved with CentralPASports.com. One website, one place to watch 3 high school football regular season games every Friday. Just click the logo for the team you want to watch. Central Mountain, Montoursville, or Jersey Shore. And on Saturdays, Bucktail and Lock Haven University. Stay in touch. Watch as long or as often as you want or get caught up if you miss a game. It's new. It's free. It's CentralPASports.com. From the Record Online and the home of cutting-edge country, The Bear.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Special thanks to Coach Davis over here doing the stats tonight. He's electric. No shades on tonight like he had last week at Chickalimi. Jim Carpenter doing time of possession. We got Vince on camera. Coach Hale alongside West Branch Hall of Famer Doc Massey. Doug Byerly bringing you the color in high def tonight. It's always a pleasure spending Friday nights with you. Brody Hurst squibs this one. Oh, great pickup by 17. Gets to the corner. Does he get a block? Down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Nothing dirty. Good carry, though, by 17. Aiden Everett, you talked about him. He just said, hey, I see some green. And, that's an example tonight, too, with the turf and the surface. If you can find some daylight and you can get there quick, you can gain some ground.
Super return there by Williamsport. Deep into Bulldog territory. They'll start their first really short drive on the Bulldog 35. Shout out to Denny Thompson and the fans on the hill. Week in, week out at home, they are the best.
Absolutely. Late substitute, number 3, Kyreek Bradshaw. Going to go out the slot to complete the twin side to the right. Elijah Way, shotgun. Hands off immediately. That's the big hole. That's to Bailey down the sideline. And does he get in? No, he steps out just inside the 5. So the Bulldogs make some substitutions inside. When they've been able to pinch that end down inside tonight, they've had some big yards on the edge. That's 2 or 3 times tonight where there have been some missed assignments on the edge. And Williamsport Millionaires capitalizing on big plays, big carries. 1st and 10. That's 1st and goal. At the 6, Elijah Way in the shotgun, 2 backs. Twins right. Hands off immediately. Outside, Thompson pinched. Touchdown. Williamsport. The Millionaires not going away.
Kair Whaley, number 23, the senior running back, 5'11", 190, takes that in 6 yards on the nice run. So the kickoff by Turner sets all that up. Nice run by Bailey. Gets him into the red zone. 1st and goal. Whaley able to take that in. 10:55 to go here in the ball game. But again, we are in the mercy rule. Doesn't change it when you go under the mercy rule. Johnson counting to make sure he has enough players on board, and they do not. They still need 1 for the PAT attempt.
So Williamsport, again, not quitting tonight, showing some resilience here. 11 to go here, 4th quarter. Scores 46-13. We'll see if they can tack on this PAT. And in fact, they're going to, looks like Williamsport's going to call a timeout. So we're going to talk a little bit about who's tuning in from where tonight. Julie Springman from the Bloomsburg Fair tonight. David Fravel from the Digital Doghouse. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Judy Williams from men's volleyball in Valley Forge. Bulldog alumni, the Vinyl Warrior from Bangkok, Thailand. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I won't sing the song, but you know where my mind is right now. It's just been a great night here in Jersey Shore. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
So it looks like Williamsport after the timeout will go for 2. So Elijah Way comes back along with Whaley and Bailey. Again, Bailey wearing number 45 here in the second half, wore 5 in the first half. They're going to go for 2 here on the PAT.
So Williamsport came out there on that last drive, and it looked like a very different football team on the ground.
Anytime you can get around the corner, you can do some damage in the running game they did there.
Elijah way under center. It's the pro I backfield. Bailey deep. Left to right. See if they go play action. No, hands off. The 45. He's going to be brought down. They try to extend the play, but that's great pursuit in that front 5 too. So they deny the 2-point conversion. Score remains 46-13.
We have an injured Williamsport player. Was the running back on the carry, Kerr Whaley. Actually, he was the blocking back on that carry, but scored the touchdown on the 6-yard run. 10:55 to go here in the ball game, so Port cuts into the lead, 46-13 for the Bulldogs. Both teams get a chance to talk a little bit while the trainers are out on the field.
Shout out to Miss George tonight, long-standing athletic director, understudy, but she's been the trainer here for years, 2 or 3 years, I think, pre-1990, and she's just amazing. And they do such a great job here with the staff. We do hope that Kair as well. He's had a nice, impactful night for the Millionaires. So let's talk a little bit about the Bulldogs right now. You know, it's been a gauntlet of a season. You know, let up a little bit last week down at Shikellamy. The Bulldogs kind of had their way, and they've had their way somewhat tonight here. But they go on the road, and Hollidaysburg's 5-0 right now. And they've had a great year. Not that we're trying to forecast the future, but next week we'll be out the western part of Pennsylvania and Hollidaysburg, and they're 5-0, and they're having a great year. And they've got a really strong power index themselves. And then it's to Philadelphia the following week for Penn Woods. Then returning home here with Scranton Prep, who is just a fantastic program, and ending the season with Central Mountain. Hard to believe we're really past the halfway mark.
Well, the second half of the schedule, super tough. Just 2 long road games, Hollidaysburg and then Penn Woods. I looked them up today. They're in the Delaware Valley Conference with Chester, Chichester, Interboro. I mean, those are all big schools, 6A. They're 1-4, but they are big. You said, Nate, they have 4 or 5 guys on the line that are over 300 pounds. I mean, physically they are huge. So that will be a challenge. And then Scranton Prep will be super tough here back at home and then on the road at Central Mountain to close out the regular season.
So the Bulldogs not done here. It's hard to believe the last minute and 5 seconds have felt like an eternity, but 10:55 to go. Johnson kicks this one deep. See if he gets a touchback. It is. It's through the end zone. That's a touchback. That's 18 on the year for Johnson.
You can tell Johnson, he's got some skills. He's a very nice kicker. Really has struggled a little bit tonight, kind of with the punt dropping, and he is a senior. Interesting to see if he tries to go on to the collegiate level. Certainly has a leg to be able to do that.
Well, yeah, and to kick that off in these conditions with a wet field, that's a nice leg on his part.
Looks like the Bulldogs starting team will remain in the ball game because Port hasn't substituted a whole lot as well.
So the Dogs, 1st and 10, 20-yard line on that last kick. Elijah Jordan's going to run it. He keeps it, doesn't option the ball. He's got time and move. 40, 50. Does he have the angle? 40, 30, 20. Cuts back. 10. Cuts back. 5. Inside and out at the 4-yard line. Unbelievable. No flags on the play. And I'll tell you, the first 40 to 50 yards of that run, he looked like he was in high gear.
Well, you could see Samir Williams on number 25 had the angle from the far side, really had it in high gear, able to track Elijah Jordan down to prevent the touchdown, but 1st and goal at the 3.
Big run by Jordan, who said, I'm not going to option it, I'm going to keep it. Fakes the handoff to Brody Hurd. Does he get it up the middle? But good pursuit by the Millionaires for what appears to be a loss of maybe 1.
Tackle number 54, Tidwell, from the outside linebacker position, drops Elijah Jordan for a loss. Loss of 2 on that play.
2nd down and goal from the 5. Carson Watkins comes over with Severino and Snyder. Paul Hale alone to the left. Option, he's going to kick. No, he gives it to Brody Hurd. Brody Hurd's all alone. Nobody got outside containment. The end got caught in limbo, number 85. He's done such a great job. Jaden Ransom was caught between a rock and a hard place, did not get outside, and Brody Hurd got the ladder pitch and took it into the house for a touchdown. So what's crazy is it was 27-7 for a really long period of the second half, and we've seen 3 touchdowns in rapid fashion.
Super job, Elijah Jordan, to set all of it up. Nice option play for the touchdown.
Oh, it's blocked. Williamsport does a nice job on special teams, so the last 3 attempts for the Bulldogs are sour. But the score reads 52-13. We're in the fourth quarter. And the clock isn't moving.
Well, 9:38, so they do stop it for the kickoff. So, we are in the mercy rule here in the second half, and even if it does drop under 35, that clock will continue to run other than when you score or for an injury, and we have both. We had an injury.
Right.
Williamsport score.
We've had an injury and 3 touchdowns, and that's why it doesn't seem like it's moving. I looked up there and said, wait a minute, we're still here just inside 12 minutes. But listen, hey, you want to support the program, continue to view and subscribe and become a part of the Bear Country family, centralpasports.com. We appreciate our sponsors, our patrons, and those views. If you haven't gotten out to a game here at Thompson Street this year, check it out. Boy, we've had some great crowds. And there's still a lot of hometown faithful here tonight. Excellent crowd, beautiful band here from Williamsport. And the Star-Spangled Spectacular to start the game was spectacular. We tried to mic it tonight, didn't have the best luck, but it's been a great day to be here and a part of a great Friday Night's Light special. That's Bailey on the carry. Makes a cutback up the middle, but he's met by a host of Bulldog tacklers. So it looks like right now Williamsport bringing in a few reserve players, and that's usually what the Dogs would do. I think we'll see some mass substitutions on both teams. Cash Harrett into the game, replacing Bo Sechrist.
Yeah, both teams were kind of waiting for the other to start the substitution. So a few substitutions. The linebackers will be new here for the Bulldogs, along with number 21 coming in the ballgame, Reinhardt, who we saw early make a nice special teams tackle.
Fetzer in for the Dogs, 2 at linebacker. Elijah Way still at quarterback. Hands off immediately up the gut. Cash Harrod in on the hit. We say cash is better than a check, and I'll tell you what a nice play by the freshman. He just has a nose for the football.
He certainly does. Also number 25, Fetzer in the ballgame, Jace Fetzer from that linebacker position. Boy, he's putting together nice size there from that linebacker position. Paul Hale and Carson Watkins still in. A little thin are the Bulldogs in the defensive secondary with a couple guys out tonight, including Nola Pauling, the freshman.
Landon Rhea in at nose, along with Zach Myers at right tackle. Low handoff. Fetzer misses the tackle, but Thompson's there to clean up. Harrod also in on the assist. And right now, people might ask, Way still in the game at quarterback. Well, additional quarterback for the Millionaires under concussion protocol this week and just taking a week to get his legs back under him. So they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, Zach Myers, number 72, getting some defensive snacks. He's going to have to be a solid contributor here over the next part of this season and next year as well.
Way in the shotgun, trips left. He's going to go to the air. It's an immediate pass. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 3. Not a poorly thrown football. Intended for Kyrie Bradshaw.
Almost knocked down there by Thompson. Just, again, pressure by Myers and Thompson, and then the hands up, creating that visual screen for the receiver, not able to come up with that catch. So 4th and 6. Looks like Johnson going to come back in the ball game, punt it away for the Millionaires.
Carter Reinhardt in the game as well at corner, shifting to safety at times. So it's 4th down and 6, 36-yard line. The Millionaires trying to get the personnel on the field. They do have enough, and they're still confused. Snap is back. Johnson's kick is away. This one's going to rugby style towards the sideline. Picked up by Paul Hale. Paul Hale's going to run. He's got fleet feet. He's down around the outside. Does he get to the wall? He's pushed out of bounds around the 39-yard line. So good return by Paul Hale. Good job to pick that up, not let that roll out.
Brady Neenan forcing him out. Again, Neenan, nice player, junior, 6'2", 220 for the Millionaires. Nice to see Paul Hale on the returns. Doesn't get an opportunity a whole lot with Evan Snyder back there, but that could be a dynamic duo later in the year for the Bulldogs on the special teams. Wholesale substitutions in here for the Bulldogs on the offensive side. Younger guys going to get some snaps here in the last 6:57 of the ball game.
Well, and for the Bulldogs right now, it's interestingly enough, they've got Carson Watkins in at quarterback and really hasn't had tremendous reps this year. They're going to bring Watkins, and he has played quarterback. It's a handoff inside on the counter. Well, he did a nice job of handing that ball off secretively. I almost didn't see the handoff.
Fetzer on the carry. Boy, he does not go down, and that line continues to push. Almost a first down. Gain of 8. Long 7 on that carry. Nice push by the guys up front from the second team.
Boy, and there's some pop, and Anthony Manley coming off the game. He's had a great game tonight, but it sounds like he's got a stinger. But he got trap blocked on the interior and wasn't expecting that. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Swales laid a massive block on that play. And you know what? Your second tier is 340 Dubs Bloom on the left side, too. So, second down and 3. Watkins, hands off up the middle. It's Fetzer again. Fetzer's going to rumble and stumble, and he may have enough for the first down. Maybe just short. We'll see if they motion these chains forward.
Yeah, the official taking a peek. Yep, and he does motion forward. Fetzer is very effective when he runs inside. When he tries to go outside, doesn't have that quickness, that initial burst to get outside. But between the tackles, Jace Fetzer, very effective on the ground.
He's patient, and he churns those legs, and he's strong and he's solid. So nice first down for the Bulldogs at the 48-yard line. Watkins going to throw this one to the sideline to 23. They're trying to rip and strip. Tackled, thrown down outside. But a pickup of 3 on the play for the Bulldogs on first down. So Watkins completes his first pass.
I'm excited to see Watkins in there. He's a good athlete. With Pauling out, he becomes a second quarterback, and Carson certainly has the athletic ability to be effective from that QB position.
Second down and 6. Twins right, singles. Nope, twins left as well. Watkins going to fake it. He's going to fake it. He's going to run it. He gets a block. Cuts back. Watkins downfield. I'll tell you, you just got done. You called your shot. You picked your shot. You said Carson Watkins is a nice athlete, and what a nice decision there to just tuck it and run.
If you make the decision early enough, you can change direction on the field. Watkins did there, just like we've seen Elijah Jordan do. First down, Bulldogs.
37-yard line in the gun. Watkins trips right, hands it off immediately. Fetzer all alone up the middle for a nice pickup on first down of a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up second and short.
Running clock again. We're in the mercy rule here since about the middle of the third quarter. 4:21 to go here. Bulldogs lead 52-13.
Mass substitutions for the Dogs right now. In the gun, Watkins trips right. Hands off up the middle. Cash Harrod on the carry. From linebacker to tailback. Going to bring up third down and short.
A pretty solid drive here for the second unit. The younger guys still shuffling in some other players in that wide receiver positions. Numbers we haven't seen a whole lot or maybe at all this season. Getting some snaps here against a neighboring rival school district, the Millionaires.
Number 2 into the game. That's Connor Winters. Along with 18, Timothy Lope. Handoff to 30. It's Cash Harrod. Hey, breaks the outside. Gets tackled out of bounds, but not until he picks up the first down. So, like you, Doug, I'm getting used to some of these new numbers and these new faces and names.
Well, Cash Harrod's been a nice contributor on the special teams, along with Reinhardt. They're getting a lot of snaps on the special teams and doing a solid job. Or, Coach Gravish and the coaching staff wouldn't let them stay in there. Nice run by Harrod on that play.
Cameron Simcox in it, split out here in the trips package, along with 41. Dalton Rehrig. Hands off up the middle. Does he get the edge? Cash Harrod tackled from behind, thrown down for a pickup of maybe 1.
Again, we are in the running clock now, under 3 minutes in the ball game. Bulldogs not really trying to score, but obviously if somebody breaks free, they're going to get into the end zone, but just let that clock run.
Watkins in the gun, trips left, single right. He's going to fake the option. He's going to keep it. 15. Down just outside around the 10-yard line. And the thing about Watkins, he glides more than he runs, but he's 6'3".
He's a good athlete. I've been sorry to see that he's kind of gotten out of the mix in the pass offense, because he can do some things, and we mentioned it earlier, really solid in the defensive backfield for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10. Hands off up the middle. Harrod. Not until he picks up a couple. Again, inside of 2 minutes, we're in the fourth quarter. If you're just tuning in, it's 52-13 Bulldogs over the Millionaires at Thompson Street. It's week 6. It's been a great night.
Evergreen Wealth Solutions and Todd Rischel, player of the game, going to come up here after the final whistle in this one.
Watkins in the gun. It rolls back to him. He throws it to the flats anyway. Winters cuts back. Doesn't get outside. Winters tries to get outside. You know, he's 5'8", 145, and that's generous, but I'll tell you what, he's gritty. What a gritty kid. You know, to be able to do that as a freshman is pretty awesome, to say, hey, I got to catch Friday night as a freshman.
A little improvisation on that play by Carson Watkins. Clock running, just over 1 minute remaining in the ball game. Watkins getting his players in the right position here on 3rd and 9.
81, Aiden Pat's in the game. He's in the slot. Watkins through his legs. He tries to get away. He's finally met and wrapped up there on 3rd down. But, you know, really the snap is an issue. And the last couple times it's going to be 4th down. We'll see if they don't just let this clock run out. Again, they just started the play clock, so they're going to have to run one more play.
Yeah, going to have to snap it one more time. You could just snap it, obviously, and take a knee if you're Carson Watkins. He's going to go under center.
44, Caden Cummings into the game at tailback, along with 71, Jake Bressler. 68, Nate Thompson. Another fumbled snap and gets pancaked. Listen, in the backfield, that's how you end the game, you know, on the wet turf.
You look down to cover the fumble, and it gets driven right into the turf. So Williamsport will take over, 16.9 seconds to go. But the final score, unless somebody breaks free, but you would hope Williamsport just takes a knee, 52 for the Bulldogs of Jersey Shore, 13 for Williamsport. So after a great start to the season, Williamsport drops 2 consecutive PHAC games, 1 point last week against Selinsgrove at home, and then on the road 10 miles up Route 220. Bulldogs put it on them tonight here at homecoming. Going to win big here to extend another solid season here for the Bulldogs thus far.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, Larry Arn from Cogan Station. I know you're out at camp. We appreciate you watching. From Bangkok, Thailand to the camp, we've appreciated you tonight. Number 11 into the game is going to throw one deep. Oh, wow. Nearly. Could you imagine the last play of the game going to the house? Nice throw on that play. That was by number 11. Let's see who that was. Let's give him a shout out. That's Teben Williams, the freshman, 6'3", 155. So that's a nice pass. But that's the ball game, folks. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. It's 52-13. Jersey Shore comes out on top over the Millionaires. We're going to be back with stats and our Evergreen Wealth Solutions. That's right, Todd Rischel, Evergreen Wealth Solutions, player of the game, the color of money, Evergreen. You're listening to Barrack Country Sports, Jersey Shore High School Football, and CentralPASports.com.
Get involved with CentralPASports.com. One website, one place to watch 3 high school football regular season games every Friday. Just click the logo for the team you want to watch. Central Mountain, Montoursville, or Jersey Shore. And on Saturdays, Bucktail and Lock Haven University. Stay in touch. Watch as long or as often as you want, or get caught up if you miss a game. It's new. It's free. It's CentralPASports.com. From the Record Online and the home of cutting-edge country, The Bear.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
We're back just that quick as they go through the lines tonight. I just want to give a shout out to some of our first responders tonight too, because, you know, so many times people get a bad rap and they've had a bad experience. But, you know, Lycoming Regional Police tonight, along with the Williamsport Police, were out in full effect tonight just to provide supervision so that this rivalry between Williamsport and Jersey Shore gets off on an amazing foot, and that negativity, bullying, or whatever doesn't take precedent under the lights on Friday nights. And I want to just say how awesome it was to see the respect and the camaraderie among teams. It didn't get chippy. And so many times we don't focus on the positives, but we're going to start with that tonight. We're going to get to some stats. Chris Davis is over here. He's got white out. He's got erasers working. Jim Carpenter, a.k.a. The Undertaker, is with us tonight. We got plays. We got time of possessions. We got stats.
So we're going to do the out-of-town scoreboard first, again, brought to you all season long by Susquehanna Trailways. Get on the bus with Susquehanna Trailways. Give them a call, 570-322-5361. Danville, 28-8 over Southern Columbia. That has to be later than the third. Shamokin extends a 10-point lead over Selinsgrove, 23-13. Lewisburg going to remain undefeated, looks like, 21-7 over Loyalsock. Mount Carmel 42-14 over Hughesville. Mifflinburg with a big win, 42-6 over Milton. Bellefonte, wow, that's a nice win if they hold. Don't know where that is. 21-6. Warrior Run 63. North Bend Mansfield 24. On Toursville, big win. Again, Nick Severino at the call of those games, 49-0 over Central Columbia. Muncie wins big over Montgomery, 34-0. Stilton High Spire 36, Lime Mountain 28. They made it a good game. The Eagles have. Scranton Prep 42, Wallenpaupack Pack 13. We'll see the Cavaliers in a couple weeks. Dallas 38-28 over North Pocono. Hollidaysburg still trailing. Fort Hill 28-14. Shikellamy 41-0 over Central Mountain. I did not expect that margin of victory. Bloomsburg 43-0 over Midwest. Troy stretches it out 41-6 over Wyalusing. Again, thanks for our out-of-town scoreboard, Coach Sean Hale. And Susquehanna Trailways, get on the bus with Susquehanna Trailways. Thanks to Jim Carpenter. In the second half, the Dogs, Jersey Shore, 16-29. Millionaires only 7:31 in the ball game. The Bulldogs do win that possession game, 27-53 to 20-07. And the plays, for the first time this year where it's really been lopsided in favor of the Dogs, 82 plays to only 49 for the Millionaires. So that's a good stat for the defense of the Bulldogs, really doing a nice job holding the offense of the Millionaires in check all night. Again, thanks to Jim Carpenter for all of that. Chris Davis is frantically working to get together the stats. I only need one because we know who the player of the game is going to be. It's going to be Brody Herr. He had 153 yards in the first half, added a number of yards in the second half, so you know he was right around 200, hopefully over 200, because that would be the first running back with over 200 yards in quite a while for the Bulldogs. Again, that's been something that the Bulldog offense has been searching for, consistent rushing game for the Bulldogs, and Coach Davis hands them to me right on cue.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. So Brody Herr, our Todd Rissell and Evergreen Wealth Solutions player of the ballgame. Again, they manage your assets as if they were their own. 570-601-6960 for Evergreen Wealth Solutions and Todd Rissell in Williamsport, our player of the game. Brody Herr, 26 carries, 213, 2 TDs. I tell you, Elijah Jordan had a great ball game as well. 16 carries for 133 and 2 touchdowns as well. Bo Sechrist, solid on the ground, 10 for 46. Really solid ball game. Through the air, again, Elijah Jordan did not throw it as much. 6 for 15 for 141. Did have that interception in the ball game. Evan Snyder ends up with a solid game on the reception end, 4 for 118 and a 63-yard touchdown. But our Todd Rissell and Evergreen Wealth Solutions player of the game, Brody Herr, 26 carries, 213 yards, 2 TDs on the night, 15 yards and 4 yards, but that was after that 75-yard run to set up his own score later in the ball game. Super job, Brody Herr, our Evergreen Todd Rissell Wealth Solutions player of the game here in week number 6. Thanks again to Coach Chris Davis for getting those together for us. Really solid night. 397 on the ground.
397 on the ground
job.
with 40,
Wow.
46 yards from Bo Sechrist. I mean, what a night. You know, Coach Hale told me before the game, we don't like to talk point spreads and the odds because it's high school football. I mean, you know, you want to see a good game, injury-free, you know, and we don't make those kind of predictions. But he did say that he thought this week that Jersey Shore could get something going on the ground, and wow, did they ever. So it was a great night to be a Bulldog.
Super job by the Bulldogs here at home. Again, homecoming. Congratulations to Sarah Myers, the homecoming queen for the Bulldogs here in 2024. Bulldogs win big, 52-13 on the night, rekindling the rivalry with the neighboring school district, the Williamsport Millionaires. So on the road for the next 2 weeks. Next game at Hollidaysburg. I will not be there. Sean Hale will take my spot along with Nate Carpenter and Vince Lee. And then again on the road for the longest trip of the year down to Penn Woods, just outside of Philadelphia, Lansdowne, PA. As this tough second half of the season continues. Bulldogs win here big on homecoming. Again, you're listening to high school football on the Bear Country Sports Network, on Bear 999 on YouTube, and CentralPASports.com.
That's right, Doug Byerly. Man, you brought it in high-def 3D. Man, it was like going to the cinema. You could smell the action tonight. It's always great calling a game with you and being with the guys, and we just appreciate the viewership, and we don't take it for granted. It's a privilege to be a part of such an amazing culture here in the 17740 Halo, Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. Rivalry starts here in the Heartland now as Williamsport Millionaires came to town. Class act, Coach Gravish, coaches in the Williamsport School District. He's out talking to some of his students right now, giving them a hug, and a lot of sportsmanship tonight. So from our house to yours, we so appreciate you. From Vince on the camera work tonight, it's always
a great day to be a Bulldog.
Thanks for listening to today's game against Cal of PA, brought to you by Bill's Happy Camper, Montour Wireless, Napa and Mill Hall and Jersey Shore, Regani, Gleghorn and Hafley Insurance, Sweet Dreams Pet Resort, and Pizza City. Stay tuned for our next LA2 football broadcast next Saturday at Huber-Jack Stadium. Pregame 12:30, kickoff at 1, homecoming against Millersville. Live on 99.9 FM, streaming through bear999.com, video through GoLA2.com, on the Bear Country Sports Network and CentralPASports.com.